following podcast may contain some adult language. You've been warned.
Welcome to Finding the Narrative, Genesys RPG Podcast. This is a show dedicated to the Genesys role-playing system created by Fantasy Flight Games and produced by Edge Studios. A show in which we, your hosts, discuss all things Genesys from both the player's and a GM's perspective. I am Tony Fanning, and with me as always are my good friends and co-hosts Chris Holmes and Stefan Dragonspawn. Stefan, how are you on this lovely Monday evening?
Well, I can finally game from home. You know,
yeah, you're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes.
No, and I've got some decent internet, so at home, unlike the other actual play, which I had to bow out. Nice. But thank you, Sean, for stepping in. And I'm on my second glass of whiskey to celebrate.
It's going to be fucking great.
Yeah. And other than that, well, I've quit my job because it was a soul-sucking pit of despair. So I'm much better now, and had a decent. I had a decent interview at a new job today.
I'm getting over it.
Getting over it.
Yeah, I'm crawling slowly out of the pit. And no, I had a nice interview today for a local company. So fingers crossed there.
Whiskey company, though, man, right?
Yeah, whiskey distillery.
That's great.
Distillery. They make whiskey and a few other things, but yeah, mainly whiskey. So that's I'll be drinking my profits there. They'll be paying me in whiskey bottles. What about you, Chris? What's up?
Oh, well, recovered from a nice 2000. I don't know. I drove a lot the last 10 days. Yeah. I drove out to the East Coast to Providence, Rhode Island. Swung in, saw Tony in Kalamazoo. That was fun.
Excellent.
Met his wife and saw Sean again, and then and Anthony,
my stepson.
Yeah, had some lunch there, back again.
A little quickie with Tony. So,
well, so we did go to the gaming store yesterday morning.
Of course, had to show off my nerd store.
Yeah, it's about as big as the source that we have here in Minnesota. So, but speaking of Minnesota. I got my two buddies from my Cabin Con group / Tuesday night face-to-face group where we play Hackmaster, D&D, Warhammer, whatever that we like. Brent and Mark, welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, so we're doing an actual play tonight. Invited them to come here. Now, you guys are noobs to the narrative dice system. Played it once. I think I ran Star Wars for you guys a few years ago, but you've never played.
Oh, is that
Genesys.
Is that what that smells? The new narrative dice players smell.
That's what that is. That's right.
Did not realize this was going to be a hazing.
Yeah.
I guess we're in for it now.
You might be.
A little bit of cherry popping, yes.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, you guys are. So I do ask. I don't know what you guys have started your, what you cut your little baby RPG teeth on. What game did you start for your first role playing game, Brent? What was it?
Oh yeah, I mean it was the original Red Box or whatever, nice. Dungeons and Dragons, way back in the day.
Yeah, same here. How about you, Mark?
Same thing, Red Box.
Woohoo! Sweet. Woo. My other brothers from another mother. Yeah. So, well, welcome to the show, guys. Finally having you guys on here, and we'll show the rest of them how it's done.
Yeah.
So, what we are going to play tonight is the Salvage SciFi Junkpunk Setting by Jerrad Mathew. He put this out a couple years ago for free out in the community, and then he released it on the Foundry with a massive update with information, but more than anything, this is a beautiful looking book. So, Jerrad, well done, buddy. Well done, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the first layout was pretty decent, but this is even knocking out of the park.
It's so evocative. I mean, when I look at these images, it's like, oh yeah, I want to play, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So a quick rundown of the setting, just a quick background on the setting for those of you guys listening, guys and gals listening out there. The human race ran out of resources, sent a fleet out into space. It got lost. Everybody was in hibernation for hundreds of years, except for a group, one of the ships that acted as the medical group. So for like 300 years, they kept the other ships and stuff alive, and they did a bunch of genetic experiments on themselves. And one of the characters is a gnome for genome, playing, I believe, Stefan, you're playing him, Enzo.
Yes, Enzo, the gnome.
Yeah, the gnome. And so this fleet basically crashed on this desert planet. And over the last, I don't know, few generations, 5-6 generations, I guess, like a couple hundred years, they've been surviving. And you guys are a group of salvagers that are basically iceberg water salvagers. And so that's where we're starting. You guys are going to try and figure out, your next big berg water salvage operation going. So let's go around the table here to see who we're playing. Tony, who are you playing, man?
I will be playing Yevchenko, the actual hauler. Actual is his archetype. It's actual human. Closest to actual human that lives here on this planet. Yevchenko was once an elite member of the Firewall Force, which is a police force that protects the human settlement, and gifted an Inferno Blade that he proudly carries. However, he was approached by his younger brother Ivan one day about 2 years ago with an opportunity to change careers. And as much as Yevchenko fears change, eventually Ivan convinced him. Just couldn't pass up the opportunity to hit the open road with doing what he loved most, which was driving the old hauler rig that our grandfather left us. Yes, I'd like to then introduce to you my brother Ivan.
All right. Well, Ivan, I guess got a vehicle picture here popped up.
Yep.
So Ivan is he's always loved to fix machines. Very interested in mechanics and playing in the junkyards when he was a kid. Grew up in the junkyard building stuff. Always wanting to build something new. Let's see. When Yevchenko was out driving around with his grandfather in the hauler rig, Ivan was back in the junkyard making weapons and armor and stuff, playing around with the torches and welding things. And when their grandfather died, Ivan knew that was an opportunity for him and his brother to go and explore and live the life, live the dream, and go salvage a life for themselves. So just kind of a free spirit.
That's right. And then in comes Stefan playing Enzo.
Yeah, I'm Enzo. I got horns. Yeah, you can call me Enzo. The horny Wenzo.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm the one who hired a couple of these guys. Thought, hey, let's go together and get a company to haul some water from the icebergs and come back. Lots and lots of water, make lots of money.
Yep. All right. And then
I'm the brains behind the outfit. Yeah. I might not look it, but I got the brains.
That's right.
Want to make something of my horns? Come on, make a joke. Come on. I dare ya.
Nice. And then
You had some cash?
So then,
I need a couple of bucks for some coffee.
So you guys ended up going, and you didn't know what you were going to find in that first scrap heap a couple years ago. And then, Mark, who are you playing?
I am SO42. I am an SO. I am pretty much a robot or an android.
Mm-hmm.
I was created a few years ago by Ivan. I came to and had Ivan leaning down on me, asking about if I'm working. Heard something about Humpty Dumpty. And I still don't know what that means, but I will find out. So my specialty is I'm considered sawbones, and my speculation is these are all my patients because they are expecting to be shot, and my job is to repair them. So
Nice.
And being an SO and a sawbones, I'm outside, considered a duster, nomad kind of. No other affiliations beyond that.
Cool. All right. So one of the special rules that Jerrad came up with was something called metal. So at the start of any session, if the players have 10 or more metal, they need to turn it in. So turn it in, put your metal, spend 10 metal, and I'm going to give you guys a special ability here. Or crap, where the hell was it? Damn it. Was it talent? Is it freaking talent?
No,
I think it's a condition.
Could be.
Yeah, it was. Oh, man, I was going to...
I believe it makes us super tough.
Yeah, I was looking at cash in 10 metal to get determined.
Determined,
yes.
that's what it was. That's what it was. It was determined.
Page 13 of the main book, or at least on the PDF.
Yep. So we'll put in determined into one of your guys' things here. Determined.
And we also get a story point.
Yep. So right now, I've got 3 story points for you and 1 for me. Add 3 boost dice to 1 check once per session. All right. Yeah. So there's a determined ability that I put on Yuvchenko that I've added to SO, Ivan.
I see it.
And Enzo. So, if you guys want to go ahead and spend 10 metal. Now, anytime you guys fail a check, you get to add 1 metal. And what that'll allow you to do, you guys have I gave you guys a hardened talent, which will allow you to soak what's called psychic damage. Now, in this setting, psychics are available, or they've manifested themselves once. From on this planet, some people have created some of these abilities, these psychic abilities. I think Enzo, you have like the astral projection one, and Ivan, you're kind of a
who told you that? No. I'm just a scout. I know stuff.
You know stuff. Excellent. All right. So you guys are heading up north. Gonna try and find your next salvage, the next what do you call it? The next big payday here, and I'm gonna share a map with yous of an outpost, winter outpost to the north there, and I think that's gonna be a little big. That's probably about the right size. That'd be parked up here somewhere. So this first encounter, actually, finding salvage, asking around the bar, the tavern here, looking up, geography-wise, where you are, where you might find some things. We're going to do a skill challenge to start off. And the way this is going to work is you guys are going to need to accumulate 13 successes before you fail 3 checks. Now, when I mean 13 successes is total number of successes, not that you've succeeded on a check, it's the total number of successes. before you fail 3 times. Now, there are, I'm going to put in chat right now the group of skills that are most advantageous. That will be like an average difficulty of a check here. And that's going to be, you could charm somebody, you can negotiate with people, you can perceive, meaning you kind of listen in on conversations. Resilience would be, I don't know, like drinking contest or something, get people drunk. Skullduggery would be breaking into other people's rigs, because there are other haulers out here, and it's kind of a competition. You could use mechanics to sabotage, to kind of get in front of everybody or whoever's going out there. There's planetary geography, which means, where's the best salvage, where, maybe the quickest route up north. And then, of course, survival as well once you're out there. So this is going to kind of cover finding it and then getting to the salvage area. And then based on how well you do, whether it's fail or succeed, we'll see on encounter 2. So what we'll do is we'll just go through left to right here along what I see as far as pictures go. You can really use any skill, but these skills that I've listed are going to be average difficulty. Anything else is going to be hard. And you can only use this skill once, and then we'll go around again, and then you have to choose a different skill. So each individual can only use one skill once, single skill once. So we could say whoever wants to go first, really, we can kick this off. So, and
this is the outpost we're at.
Yeah, this will be the outpost you're at. I just put the map up here just to kind of give you guys a, you guys will be in the, probably in the outpost somewhere, or here we'll put your things on the map here. Tokens on the map.
And did you say this check kind of included actually trying to find the next scrap, like score or something?
So basically,
so it's like, okay.
So basically,
so it's not
you guys
necessarily
are looking,
just at the outpost.
Correct. Yeah. So this is
So
you guys are gonna, you guys are going to want to So you're going to be going. All right. Who just?
So Tony, you want one of us to start this to show a bit how to do it for the other guys?
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and I'll go second.
Yeah. So this will be.
I'll kick this off. So we get out of the rig when we get here, right?
Yeah.
And first thing Yevchenko is going to do is he's going to pull out his maps, and he's going to take them out and he's going to throw them on the hood of the truck.
Nice.
And stand there, and he's like,
the wheel.
Ivan, would you bring me food from place while I work on this?
All right. So
Thank you, brother.
So we'll put you out here, then by the wheel.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, the hood is probably not the best. I'm like, I've got it laid out on one of the skids outside. Like yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to do a planetary geography roll, checking our maps.
Cool. All right. So build it up then.
Okay, and you said this is average difficulty, so that'd be 2 purple dice.
2 purples. Yep. And you've done these runs before. You're familiar with your maps, so not gonna give you really any setback dice here for it. So should be pretty straight up.
Okay, being the creature of routine that I am, I always, before we go on a haul, I always do this. I always check our existing maps, see if notes I've made, anything from way in the back of my, and from the time we started doing this 2 years ago. So cool. I've got notes on all these maps, meticulously taken, of things that we found along the way.
Okay.
Coded too. So.
Yep.
Coded. Okay. So then, why don't you add a boost die for that then? Because you said you were fairly organized too, and you being a maybe you were like an investigator, so you kind of have you're fairly meticulous with that. So cool.
Yeah, and not much of a people person. I tend to have problems with personal space. I think mine is much larger than it actually is, and people.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. Look, keep downwind of me, okay?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, I'll be making this check here. You gonna do anything to it, GM? I'm happy with my pool.
I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Go for it.
Oh, boom! Our first failed check.
Nope.
Nice. Yeah. So you're like, it's probably somewhere that way, and you point north.
Okay. So for those on the listening. That was one single failure on that check result. I had no advantage, no threat.
Nothing.
So.
No. So, okay, right. Tony, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Well, what it is my maps are just old, and
yeah, they are.
I need new ones.
Apparently,
you were more. It's a little windy out here, so you were more. You spent most of your time picking up the notes that blew away and kind of trying to organize them. And shit.
You brought the wrong notes, eh?
That's right.
You brought the wrong notes. Come on.
That's right.
All right.
I thought I sent you for food. What? Go with my brother. Go get food. It's wonderful.
All right. I'll go around. Enzo's going around and looking at some of the other rigs and people around here. Mm-hmm. And maybe using skullduggery to...
break in, maybe see what you
are doing, what kind of things they're preparing for, maybe to give an idea of what direction they may be going in.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Build that up.
Skullduggery. So that's one of the approved skills. So I can just
be average.
An average difficulty.
Mm-hmm. And because you're going to be, because you are kind of breaking into places, and failure here. Mm-hmm. There is quite a what do you call it? Quite a consequence of a despair. Yeah, dude. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah. Well, that's. I still want to spend that one as well.
Okay.
And then there.
All right.
Because it's important. Because obviously Ivan didn't bring the right maps.
Oh, he did, but he just.
Wrong brother.
Well, the wrong notes. All right.
Wrong brother.
Enzo's drunk. Sorry.
Enzo's drunk already.
If you don't have horns, you all look the same to me.
There you go. All right. Well, that pool looks good to me.
That is racist. You said a racist thing. I heard it. Putting it in the tally.
Man, you guys are done. That is not how it's done. So
I'm no expert.
No, it's not supposed to be like that.
3 yellow, a red, and a purple, and he gets 3 failures.
But 2 advantage.
Well, at least it wasn't a despair. Jesus. All right. So, what would you like to do with those? What do you want to do with those advantage?
Well, I don't know if you want. I don't know how, if you just want to end the skill challenge there and we fail, or you want still the 2 other characters to still roll to try and mitigate.
It's 2 failed checks, not 2 failures. Total accumulated failures. It's just 3 failed checks. It's 3 failed checks.
3 failed.
You have 2 failed checks. Okay. You're doing well.
Yes, there's a limit. You only failed once here.
Okay.
You only failed once.
All right. So he didn't find out that much information from his skullduggery. He stands out too much.
He does.
All right. Well, you guys are going about it wrong.
Okay. Show us how.
One guy he owes money to kept running after him. He was like, no, it wasn't me. It was the other guy with the horns. He's the only guy up here with horns anyway.
All right.
He's the only gnome. That distracts enough people that will give a boost die to the next 2 characters.
Okay, sure.
One boost die to each.
All right, sounds good. All right, so go ahead and add a boost die in there. What's your plan, Esso?
Well, we have tankers going out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's tankers coming back as well.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of walk the crowd and find out if any of them had hit combat, injuries or whatever. Okay. Offer my medical services, and the price would be I can save your leg if you tell us where you went.
Cool. Hey, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
And I think, not having many alternatives, so I'll add a boost die.
Yeah, and then so medicine. So the medicine check isn't one of the preferred skills, but you can still make it, and it'll be hard. So it'll be 3 purple.
3 purples.
Mm-hmm.
And so earlier it was advised to, and you know what? I would like to burn a story point. Can I do that? This
Absolutely.
is the lead of the thing. So what does a story point do?
Well, that'll allow you to upgrade that green to a yellow. So what
right?
story related thing is attached to that? Actually, you know what? Upgrade it because I like your idea there. I'll save the leg if you tell me where you've been. Right?
So how do I... there we go.
That looks good.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
Kapow!
There.
Mark, doors
That's
open.
how you do it.
Jeez. 4, so it's 4 yellow, a boost die. Actually, you can make this even better, Mark, if you want to. And use the ability that you have to change the result on a boost die to any face. So you could do a success and a threat, and an advantage, which will cancel that threat out if you want. And that'll give you 4 successes, and you got a triumph. Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I will do that and
Coolio.
change that. I don't know if I can how to manually change.
No, that's all right.
But
We just do it notionally here. So I'll add.
Yeah.
So that's 4 successes and a triumph. So 4 of the 13.
Yeah.
So yeah. So how would we like to spend that triumph there, Mark? Something really good happened.
You know, I think I did such an amazing job saving this guy's leg
You
or
did.
arm.
Yeah. You know what?
Future favors, that relationship built up.
You know what he does
you know-
too? He lets you know that they actually ran in. They actually ran into the Tundra Yetis. They're like a group, a gang out there on the tundra, and they let you know. Watch it when you cross the and he lists some like lake. So think of this like ice road truckers, right? He gives you a stretch, a lake that you have to cross, a frozen lake that you have to cross, and you can kind of maybe with Yuvchenko, you have a good idea direction where they came from, and watch that area.
And if I have any extra advantage.
Nope, you don't. Yeah,
Okay.
the one advantage cancels out the threat, so that was good.
Here we go.
Coolio. All right.
And that's
well
how
done,
it's done.
That's how it's done. All right, Brent.
There you go. Sounds like it's taken care of. Well, first I'm going to go into the outpost and just find the just cheapest shit food that thing they'll sell. I'm trying to barter the price down even lower than that. Like, don't you have something like a couple days old or anything that we're just about to toss out? And then I'll bring that back to the guys for their hard work. And then also while I'm picking up fuel, I'm assuming we're refueling, getting supplies and stuff like that.
Sure.
I'll say when I'm buying the fuel, I'm gonna notice that the guy that's selling it, the fuel he's selling doesn't smell quite right. I'll taste it and I'll tell him, give me the regular, fully leaded stuff. Not
So you're going on the cheap.
Yeah, that you're selling everybody else this weak shit that ain't gonna power, barely push a cylinder down the tube halfway. Give me the real stuff, and kind of talk him into giving us like the proper fuel. And he's trying to using a mechanics check to notice that and to get the proper equipment to so our vehicle has a favorable road speed compared to our competitors.
Nice.
In our search for our quarry.
Perfect.
So right octane.
I like it.
Yes.
Mechanic.
High octane.
Mechanics.
So then,
it is.
So I click on this mechanics.
Yep.
So do I double click that?
Yep. You'll double click that. Yep. That adds it to the pool, and then it is a skill that's on the list, so it's 2 purple. So double click on the purple to add it, the difficulty die to add it to the. There you go.
I'm gonna add 1 boost die from Enzo,
Stefan.
right?
From Enzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that look
Works
right?
for me. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's still running around distracting people. Like, what the hell?
Oh, look at these guys.
That's right.
All right. 2 more successes. You guys are just about halfway there.
Thank goodness for the newbies.
6 total, and then 3 advantage as well.
Okay.
With that, I mean, you could pass some boost dice on. It could give you a little more information as to kind of where you're going if you want to.
Yeah.
With that.
Let's see. Disable. Or I'm just looking at the chart here. Maybe I'll just pass on a boost die. That's 2 to pass on a boost die, right?
To anybody.
To a specific person.
Oh yeah, so 2 to give it to 1 to give it to the next check, and 2 to give it to the second person after that. So I'll do that. I'll spend it that way, just to like.
Cool.
The food I brought back was just so motivating, and delicious that you guys can accomplish your future tasks.
Good. All right.
Better zeal. Okay.
So Yevchenko, you kind of get it. You kind of so after this first round, you're kind of halfway there. I think you get a good idea of where a good place to find the berg ice might be. You think Ivan, you could have sworn this guy, or no, SO, you could have sworn the guy that you were putting a leg back on for saving his leg before you knocked him out. You could have sworn he said something about like ice crystals. Somewhere.
Ice crystals.
Yeah.
I'd like to compute my memory banks to find out what ice crystals are.
Yeah, they would be something that are like larger, that take a while to like melt, gives you more water in that sense, so a better salvage for the berg ice. So
go into my internal comms and share the lucky information with everyone.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You have detailed files.
Detailed files.
And need to be aware of the Yeti.
The Tundra Yetis?
Tundra Yetis.
Nice. All right. So, who wants to go? Who would want to go next? Yevchenko, you want to kick it off this next round again?
Sure.
Maybe. All right.
I'm be like, Mlachi brat, this food is delicious. You say it's 2 days old? These donuts are fresh. It's very good. Who did you say you did the leg repair for their Glavny Mosbroj? Huh? What? Vrachbat. You? No, it was you. It was. Vrachbat. Yes, that's robot man.
And so
you said you fixed someone's leg, yes? Which
did.
vehicle? Which vehicle does he work on? Did you happen to?
I
Yeah, you
can
would've
walk you over there.
cool.
He still may be out from the anesthetic.
I'm going to go over and see that vehicle's driver or the owner to ask around, and I'd like to negotiate with him.
Cool.
Maybe, some services of our medic and maybe my brothers and my mechanical skill for some intel on the location that they
came
were
from?
talking about.
Cool. Yeah. So when you do go over there, this you notice right away that they definitely got hit by some high caliber weapons there. You see like a couple of holes, pings in their armor, those kinds of things. You're like, oh shite, yeah, those probably are the Tundra Yetis. Damn it, that sucks. So I'll give you a boost die to this check for that. Just kind of noticing those things, and you'll get a boost die from, I believe,
From the
Ivan
food
there.
my brother
From the
brought
food.
back, yes.
Yeah, man, you're like
Delicious
refreshed.
donuts, yes.
You are refreshed and everything. Yeah,
He's a donut. It's a fucking donut.
that was good
And
to me.
I am feeling bad about rolling the very first failure, so I'm going to go ahead and
Story point it.
succeed at what I'm good at. Very, very talkative with people, even though I don't like space, them in my space. I will yell from a few feet away in a conversation.
Awesome.
And so I'll walk up to the vehicle, stand about 10 feet back, and I'll like, who's in charge here? Come talk to me. And so that's my. I only needed one of those. I clicked twice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
one of them.
There we go.
Cool.
All right. Are you happy with my check?
Looks good. Oh,
That's
barely.
much better.
Yeah, one success, one net success, but a shit ton of advantage there, Tony. I think with some of that, he definitely pinpoints where this place is. And he tells you it's across this across the tundra lake. He gives you a frozen lake to go to, and he tells you it's a good 2 days up beyond that.
Okay, so that's my one success.
Yep.
My 5 advantage. I'd like to cash it all in to provide an upgrade to one of my fellow players here.
Okay.
In that perhaps they've opened the vehicle and they're out of the vehicle. Perhaps Enzo can use the opportunity to sneak in or something, giving him him a free upgrade.
That works.
Maybe he can get the exact coordinates.
Perfect. Yeah, that works. Alrighty then. So Enzo, do you want to make that check then? You already did skullduggery.
Well, yeah. No, I was thinking perception.
Cool. All
Looking in, like just at the right moment, while
cool.
While Svenchenko is.
I think when Yevchenko is like yelling, "Hey, who's in charge here?" The guy's like, "Chenko, is that you?" And like one of the guys that you've known for a while comes around. It's like, "Hey, what the hell's up with that? That is your. I thought that was SO. That was your droid, not droid. Your SO working on my guy."
Well, 42 is his own. He's his own SO, but he works with us. He's very good. He's great with his hands. I see your man is doing well.
Oh yeah, he did. Man, his leg was turned a lot worse than what it is. So that works. He does a pretty good job. He was basically. Hey, he lets you know that this guy was up on the turret, and you look up at the turret and you're like, oh shit! There's like a big hole in the turret that just destroyed this guy's thigh. So all right, Enzo. So,
all right.
Did you do the free upgrade on that one?
Yeah, I did the free upgrade.
Get a boost die as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. Don't even have to ask for it. It's there.
Correct. Why not?
All right. Are you happy with the?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that looks good. All right. You guys got 7.
2 yellows, green.
All right.
And 2 purple and a blue. So let's go.
Oh, heck yeah. So that's 4
there we go.
More. You're 4
more successes.
Yeah, so you're 11 of 13 successes right now. Mm-hmm. So you do have a little bit of a threat.
So he managed to look into, and maybe you'll see a couple of computer panels that might have some interesting data.
Yeah, actually, what you do notice is the driver was actually punching in. Was in the middle of like punching in, kind of had the route up where they were, and you managed to kind of check out basically on the map where they were. So when he got pulled out of the vehicle from Yevchenko there, so you're able to go back to the map with Yevchenko and say, yep, it was about right there. So you point out a map kind of where it is.
I also spotted while I was there, I spotted a guy that I owed money to, so I had to really quickly go around the long way around, causing me a little bit of stress. It's like not to be seen by that guy. Maybe 1 point of strain.
Yes. Yeah. You take a point of strain. Yeah. There's a guy you owe.
There we go.
To. Well,
thank you. No. Whoops. Gotta go the other way around. Sorry.
Oh, let me share this image with you guys. This is my background, by the way.
Very nice.
It's cool. About basically where you're going, heading out that way. All right, well, who is next? We got 2 more net successes that you need to succeed at the skill challenge. Who wants to go next?
I'll step up.
All right.
So
No pressure.
after introductions of Yurchenko,
Yeah.
I am going to make my way in, as I'm concerned, concerned about the my patient's health.
Mhm.
I would like to ask around and see if I can get. They have radios and stuff, and I don't know if they have means to determine incoming weather. And
Sure.
since that is a dangerous thing,
Yeah.
I'd like to see or roll off maybe a survival check.
Yeah.
With interactions with others that have gone out, and maybe if there is a radio, someone who has the ability to detect weather patterns. But that would
Cool.
be my
I like that.
next success.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah,
So-
dude. Though I love the idea. You bringing in the idea of there must be some way to detect weather patterns and such. Add a boost die to this check.
All right. And due to my dedicated programming with a boost die, I will be able to toggle that
Mhm.
however I want. So no whammy, no whammy.
Oh, you can't change it to that. So yeah, you had a yellow, a green, 2 purple, and a boost die. You can get rid of 1 failure and that threat if you want, but that will be your 3rd failure.
Oh.
But you're really close to succeeding. You found where it is.
Yeah, and we do have some news, but I will mitigate any reduced.
It's okay. Yeah, so you'll be left with 1 net failure. So that gives you three failures right there.
And that gives me a medal, correct?
That will give you a medal. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Tony and Stefan, give yourself a medal.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it.
You got it? All right.
Okay.
This guy failed one of those checks. All right. So you guys have a position. You didn't really see anything up on the Weather Channel, if you will. Nothing really coming in over the tundra that you could tell. Okay. So
We'll go drive
There's
off into
that.
the storm then.
absolutely. Yeah, you will.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? All right. So, yeah, well done. Well done. So close. Had a really slow start there. My co-hosts of the show really showed you guys how the skill challenges should be done.
Yeah, I felt like they really drug us down a little bit, but
They're holding you back, I know.
maybe next time.
I didn't want to say it.
Well, we didn't want to steal the spotlight. from
I
our
did
new-
not brag. It was my fellow co-host over there that said we should show them how it's done.
Yeah.
I just agreed to roll dice.
Sweet. Loving the deflection. That's great. Well done. Okay, so, all right. So, yeah, so with that, you guys start heading across the tundra. You get your bellies full of the 2-day-old donuts and food that, frickin' Yurchenko just loving it. It's like fresh food that he hadn't had for a while. Let's see. There's that. Here we go. So, you guys spend a good part of the next week making your way up across the tundra and get to an area that looks like this. I'll share an image with you guys. You pull your rig in to this area here.
And by the way, listeners, any images that Chris will be sharing will be available to look at on our Obsidian Portal website.
Yep. I'll be putting all these up there for you, for sure. Oh, there we go. And there's your big hauler rig. That, I don't know, I'm thinking the wheels are about 5 feet big. Seems about right, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds good.
You guys pull this, maybe you back it in. Hell, I don't know. You guys back her up in here. We'll throw you guys up out here on the map. Sorry, I probably could have done this beforehand. But
Who's our driver, anyway?
But I'm a slack ass. There's that.
I can be up on top as Overwatch if you need,
Sure.
or I could be down assisting.
Okay. So that's where everybody is. So you guys can be wherever you're going to be while you're doing this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a salvage check here to gather up as much as this ice as you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to go. So in your library, I don't think everybody's got the library up and going, the player library there. I went ahead and put some of the salvaging information here. More than anything, it is the salvage difficulty is what I'm looking at, if you guys want to open up that. So depending on how long you want to be here, this will be it normally sets the difficulty of the check. But I'm going to set it at hard just because you got to manipulate the arm, on your hauler rig. It's gonna take probably 4 hours or so. But this isn't like your typical, hey, there's a junk salvage. I'm just using the salvage check to gather up the ice, the berg ice, the berg water that you want. So, so I'm hearing that SO might want to be. So I'm thinking on the icon here. So you have two weapons on your vehicle. There's a scrap shooter, and then you have a harpoon launcher. I'm thinking the harpoon launcher is in the back because I've got the fire arc as rear, left and right, and then the scrap shooter is kind of set out front, but you can kind of shoot it off to the sides there. So is that where you probably want to be? Maybe SO in the front, kind of looking out. Kind of scanning kind of around for things maybe?
Are both considered heavy weapons?
They are going to be, yep. Oh, so if you go to your vehicles tab on your character sheet, the skill will be ranged heavy. Now, in Genesys, there is a skill called gunnery that's typically used for vehicle-based weapons that are like larger vehicle weapons, but he didn't include that in this system. It's kind of simplified some of the combat skills, which I kind of like because some of the the ranged heavy weapons seem reasonable. Like a harpoon launcher, just a big ballista, right? Then the scrap shooter cannon, just a really big weapon. So yeah, it'll go off a ranged heavy, and it's built into your skills here. Now the damage that are on those, like the harpoon launcher being 1. That's a vehicle-based weapon damage. There's a personal scale and a vehicle scale. Vehicle scale is like 10 times. So that would actually do 10 damage to somebody if it's 1 damage in personal scale. The scrap shooter would do 30 damage to somebody. And if you guys look at the number of wounds you have, a big-ass cannon shooting a shit ton of scrap at you, that'll hurt.
Great shot for the win. I'll utilize that.
Pretty much. Now, the inaccurate would mean you're going to be adding a setback die whenever you shoot that weapon, just because it's a bunch of fucking scrap that you'll be shooting out. All right. So, your salvager, I believe Mr. Ivan would be your salvager. Yep. What's everybody else doing?
I will take my typical role, and I will be assisting my brother.
Perfect.
Use the aid another action.
Yep. So you'll probably be maybe working the arm, those kinds of things, or
running the controls on the rig.
Yeah, running the controls.
He's got an eye for this shit. He knows what's good.
He's like, move it here, and you're pointing to one of these big ice crystals that you're gonna just maybe slice through, maneuver it, and put it in. Now, granted, on this icon and on the picture, you have place to put these big ice cubes and whatever in there, so it'll be all right. You have the equipment and space for some of these. So, Enzo, what are you doing?
Enzo will be inside the vehicle.
Okay.
Yep. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry.
Sweet. Oh no! SO is now covered
inside
by the vehicle.
Yeah. Sorry.
There we go. So you're inside the vehicle. Gotcha.
Yep.
And then Yevchenko, you're probably like out on the side here, working the controls.
And-
Ivan, you're...
Yeah, I'll be climbing all over all this just beautiful treasure.
There you go. Nice. Okay.
Now, are these those special crystals we were mentioning?
The ice crystals.
About?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. These are like the ice crystal area that you guys haven't been to before.
I dubbed this place Icewind Dale.
Oh, nice. Well done. Yeah, that picture, that image that I saw kind of reminds me of that Kelvin's Cairn in the distance, right?
Mhm.
So, okay. Well, let's build up this this salvage check. So, Ivan, if you want to...
Okay, I'll start with the salvage.
Salvage skill.
So
Yeah.
that's 2. Okay, so then all right. So what do I add for difficulties? You said
Do it again. Double click again, because it looks like you double clicked on resilience. I see resilience in the dashboard.
could have misclicked it. It's kind of the
Perfect.
all right,
right.
that looks better.
And then hard
Okay.
will be 3 purple.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And then you're using the right tools for the job here for cutting down these ice. You know, you've got the torches, you've got the arms. So why don't you add a boost die to this because of the equipment, and then another boost die because your brother's helping you.
Okay.
And because you are out front climbing all over things, some things could happen bad. So why don't you hit that plus purple to upgrade one of those purples to a red.
Okay.
Get a despair here.
Sounds good. And then I have this reclamation talent, which we'll see. So it limits how much strain I can suffer, and then for each strain, I can switch an advantage to a success, I think. So we'll see if that might come into play here.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I should roll that? Okay.
Yeah, feel free. Oh, look at this! So you had three. Yeah, you had 3 yellow, a red, 2 purple, 2 boost dice, and you got a success, 3 advantage,
all
and
good.
a triumph. Woohoo!
Yeah, all good stuff.
Okay, so in this context, a triumph would be used to. Could it be used to like increase the value of our
Absolutely.
the yield? Like we're cutting into just the good heart of the crystal that has the most.
Yes, there's
value.
there's actually a spending results on a salvaging skills table.
Oh, okay.
You can look in there. That's in the library if you looked at under all about salvaging.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Gain the max scrap for the item silhouette, ignoring the max scrap per hour limit.
Right. So if you open up that salvage limitations, so for this, it's like kind of unlimited would be the max scrap for this. I would consider this a 6. Actually, I'd consider it a 7 because this is kind of a runes. But being an unlimited, you basically fill the hauler with what you can carry for this, which is basically your objective, and you do it fairly quickly too. So I'd say probably take just a couple of hours.
All right. Well, nice job, guys. Let's get this back to the outpost.
Woohoo!
I was going to recommend we just unload the cannon onto it and bust some of those crystals up. But, I am impressed with your efficiency.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would think Ivan, the scrap guy that he is, he wouldn't want to waste scrap that way, right? When you have perfect tool for the job, right? However, if you'd like, I'll spend some with your advantage there. You as you're cutting in, you're looking at one of these things, and you're just cutting through. You're going pretty quick. You're getting all this. You're like, hey, let's get into this one, and you actually see and kind of notice as you're kind of getting down pretty close. You see a word I'm looking for. You see a ruster in kind of coming out from behind one of these ice crystals, and what they are
oh no,
they are beings, and you call them rusters because they are basically sentries, SENTRYIES, for the previous, like, I don't know, ancients, people who lived on this planet before, that have been found at any ruins for these other society, these ancient societies that were here before the humans landed on this.
Also known as the original native inhabitants, or the Onai.
The Onai, yes,
yes.
the original native inhabitants. And these were their sentries, and you disturb a few of them. So we're going to roll for initiative.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Have people been known to scrap these things? Is there value in them?
Of course. Oh, yes, there are.
Just want to know if I need to go for limbs or, just end the conversation.
You can end the conversation if you'd like. Doors open there, Mark. So, all right. So with this, you're fairly surprised by this. So everybody make a vigilance check. Now, if you go to your main tab, click on vigilance from the upper, instead of from your skill list up to your main tab or your combat tab, click on vigilance, and that'll actually roll it so that you roll into the combat tracker there. And I'm going to need to roll.
Initiative is rolled with 0 difficulty.
Yeah, we're 0 difficulty. Sorry about that.
So I got 2 successes and 2 advantage.
1 and 1 for Ivan. Nice. So let me bring up my mantis. So these are mantis rusters. 3 of them. They are rivals coming at you guys, and I need to roll cool. Bong.
There we go. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't.
Why isn't that rolling?
So,
oh, wait a second.
I have.
Yeah, why isn't that rolling? Do I have to open them up from the combat tracker, probably?
So I have a basic skill, vigilance 1.
Mm-hmm. It's based off your willpower.
So it says I just have 1 die. If I don't have a rank in it, you don't get a die at all?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, if you have 1 rank in it, then it goes off of your will. Yep. So that looks right. The yellow.
So your willpower is 1, and you got a rank 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Woof.
All right. Well then.
That's okay. That's okay. Initiative in Genesys works a little differently.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So if you guys open up your combat tracker, if you haven't already, it's the little sword icon in the upper right corner there. You'll see GM PC slots, player party slots. Now I think what I have to do the end of round I don't want to reset initiative slots, do I? End of round. There we go. Okay, yep. So there we go. So one of these guys is going to pop out Ivan. They're not that big, by the way, so sorry.
Hopefully not.
Coming up real big on the map.
Yeah, bigger than our hauler.
Yeah, pretty much. So one of these guys kind of pops out from behind here and is going to take up the first initiative slot. Okay, so this is Mantis 0. All right, so let's see. So we'll go to this combat tab. Mantis Blades, or integrated hyper pulse blaster. Go with that. So he comes around. So, this guy comes around. I shared the image with you, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So this guy just comes up to Ivan with his blades and kind of screeches out a bit and is going to come and hit you. So, oh shit, it's pretty good.
Oh no, he's got dial-up internet. He's screaming.
Right. Well, Jerrad, these mantis rusters are pretty bad. So the check that I've got 4 yellow and a green coming out on you. There's my
Killer Jim.
Yeah, maybe.
Any defense?
Yeah. Do you have any melee defense there, Ivan?
Well, that's a good question.
If you go to the combat tab,
I have many things. Oh, combat tab.
Go to the combat.
I have an integrated weapon, a scrap sword. I have like
Defense would be right under initiative.
Yep, defense is under initiative. Do you have anything under the melee box?
Melee box.
Into melee. Yeah, so if you're on your
defense
combat tab,
1. Yeah, defense melee 1.
Got it. Okay, so that gives me a setback die. So I don't know if you're looking at the dice pool tracker. If you've opened that up, you're looking. Okay, so that's my check. I don't necessarily need to do anything with this because I moved. I'm coming in, gonna try and hit you.
You can
Seems like
spend
a pretty
story
good
point
to
to upgrade his check if you would like, Brent. Just so you know, us players, we can upgrade the GM's difficulty dice if we'd like.
Yeah.
That would turn one of his his purple
green,
dice or
purple dice to red.
Purple dice.
Give him
red.
a chance for despair.
Yep. Which will work. Okay. So you're gonna do that then?
Sure, let's do that.
So if you look at the player story points underneath the setback dice there, you could click on that and kind of drag it over to my side to spend it. And I'll go ahead.
Double click.
Okay.
There you go.
There we
So
go.
I'll leap under a pile of ice or something.
Mm-hmm. Try and get the arm of your thing, of your rigger arm between you and it. All right, here we go. Oh, well then.
Oh.
All right, so my
Ouch.
And Ivan goes down.
4 yellow, a green, a red, purple, and black get 3 successes, an advantage, and a triumph. So,
do you have any soak?
Yes.
That's also an excellent question.
Also on the combat tab,
Also
far
on the
left,
combat
right
tab.
below your.
Okay, I have normal soak. Normal soak?
Normal soak.
Yeah.
Yep.
6.
All right, so I should be able to drag this damage onto you, Ivan, and you take 5 of that. And
soak will automatically come off.
And soak, it automatically comes off. So that if you look over in the combat tracker below it, Ivan, you'll see that you got 5 wounds. So, however, I'm going to spend that triumph to, let's see, spend that triumph to crit you. Why not? So I'm going to drop a crit on you.
Jesus Christ!
Might not get to the third encounter.
8. Oh, you've gained the slowed down, which means
Okay, I've got that.
you've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Slowed down is the target can only act during the last allied initiative slot. So you're going last.
Makes that easy.
On the next turn.
On the next turn. So
on their next turn. So
so it's going to be here. So you'll take the last slot this round.
Just this round.
Yeah, this round.
Okay.
you have to.
And
You're required.
You are required. And it does get put on your main tab. Actually, on your combat tab, there are critical injuries. You can open it up, and it'll have the description. That actually works now, Tony.
Oh, that's because you know how to code, my brother.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so that's that one. And that's it this round. The other two...
That guy.
The other one...
Was that considered a condition?
Yeah, I see
No,
it
it's
as
under
a-
critical injuries.
It'll be under critical injuries.
Oh,
You
critical hit
won't see it,
table.
Mark, because he didn't crit you.
You won't see it yet.
Not
But actually...
Wait for it.
Yeah. So actually what you do see... let's see. So we're going to throw...
Ugh! They're giants!
coming back.
Kaiju.
Yeah, I know.
Kaiju.
Yeah, they're coming out really big. So coming out from here, SO. I don't know if you have the map all the way out, but kind of in the kind of off to your southwest a little bit, you see a couple more.
Two more
kind of coming out towards you. They just on this turn they're just moving out that way. All right, Yevchenko. Okay. You're going to take that next slot there. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm going to yell, Mladshiy brat, which is little brother in Russian, and I will draw my Inferno Blade and run forward and start trying to hack that thing up.
Perfect. All right. That's what I like to see. Oh, man. Freaking. Right. I got to read all the words.
How many
words are hard.
They have a defensive one.
Okay. All right.
Vicious. Darn it.
Pierce 4. All right.
I'll have to look again.
And since I used my maneuver to draw, I will use a second maneuver, taking 2 strain, to aim this. All right. Line up my shot and try and aim for vital parts.
Perfect. All right. Well, it is icy out here. So we'll throw a story point. We'll slip a story point over there. Maybe you fall flat on your ways.
We shall see.
We shall.
Right.
Oh, snap!
There's my triumph. Aha!
Nice.
So I have 2 successes, 1 advantage in triumph.
Nice, and that's on that.
That's
guy.
Pierce 4.
Pierce 4. All right, then I will
4 additional wounds.
I will add 4 more to that. Woo! Damn.
It's an Inferno Blade. I would like to. That's 2 advantage to set off burn. I think I'd rather crit with my triumph.
Okay.
So I will crit. Which one was that? Was Mantis Ruster just the main one? Correct.
Mantis Ruster. Yep.
Okay. There is his crit.
Nice. All right. Mantis Ruster gets that critical injury.
He gets a discouraging wound, which
that's interesting. It didn't put it on here.
Move one player pool story point to the. In this case, he gets it. So move 1 GM pool story point to the player side.
What? Nice. He just stole a story point from me. Well done.
That's right.
Well done, buddy. Okay. That's cool, actually. I like that. I don't think I've seen that crit done before. For a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Not a lot of people roll in the mid-20s.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Cool. All right, so
Next.
If one of you guys... So you see that orange die next to your person, other than Brent, because you can't go till the last?
Chris, it looks like you and I accidentally both advanced the combat tracker.
Oh, I'll put it back. Sorry. All right, who wants to go next? SO? Do you want to
looks
take
like
them?
SO.
All right, man.
All right, go ahead, SO.
So, I saw what happened to Ivan.
Yes, you did.
Dad.
I love it.
So when I aim,
yes.
Is that can that be the move? Since I'm already in station, I don't have to move.
Correct. Yep. Aim is a maneuver.
No.
And you can aim twice.
It's a maneuver,
if you want to take 2 strain, you can aim twice if you want. So.
Well, my hope is I roll phenomenal and I can maybe benefit from a second shot and pull the Luke Skywalker and swing the turret from straight ahead, pivot to the left since my...
we'll see.
So, yeah.
Anything can happen, Mark. It is you, and you are known to,
20,
to have your
20,
mages
20 doors
swing
open.
you can have your mages swing a fucking scythe and, hack shit up, so. D&D games, so.
You just wait till I grapple.
Oh, there we go.
So with this being inaccurate, what dice is that?
That would be a setback die.
One setback die per inaccurate rating.
Yep. And
So if it's inaccurate 2, it's 2 setback dice.
Yeah, I think that one's 1, right? Inaccurate.
It is
there.
1.
Cool.
So add that range and difficulty.
That
it's
right.
medium.
Range. This would be. I would say where you're at right now. That'd be short range. They're kind of. They're coming in pretty short. This is a little smaller.
So.
That would be okay. Sorry. So every range increment. So it goes. So engaged would be melee. That's 2 difficulty. Short range is 1 difficulty. Medium range 2. Long range 3. Extreme.
And if the gun is a medium range, is that say the increments start?
Nope. You can go up to medium range. So if these guys were on long range, if this guy was, I'll just quickly say. So say if number 2 was way up here at long range, the scrap cannon wouldn't be able to reach that far. That's basically what that means. Now, there are talents that will allow you to increase the range of some of your weapons. Sniper rifles, scopes would allow you to make that medium to a long range, those kinds of things. But anyways, so if you want to shoot out number 1.
Is there a limit how many boost dice you can have?
If you ask Stefan, hell the fuck no. No, there's no.
Nope.
There really isn't.
So, I'm going to use my determined to start off the night. So 3 more boost dice.
Awesome.
There we go.
Awesome. Oh, I like that.
And my hope is I get enough advantage where I can pivot and do another shot.
Why not? We'll see. Let's see what you got here.
Go big or go home.
And you know what? I would
We'll see what the dice says.
I would like to spend this last story point of mine because scrap shooter cannon could fuck up. So we'll go ahead and hit that plus purple. That'll make that purple a red die. And they are adversary 1. Ooh. So do that one more time.
That's such a cancel culture move.
So my question is, can I counter that with my own story point?
You don't necessarily counter that. You can. You could spend your own, most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And upgrade your own.
Yep.
I got to be honest.
Go ahead, Tony.
I'm feeling Sanborn luck, and I'm gonna accept that because now you're naked.
Nice. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, not quite. So go ahead and... Oh, hang on a second, dude. Whoop.
Oh.
Well, that's a great roll. However, we're going to need to have you add a yellow to the dice pool and add a red to the dice pool. And we're going to replace that green die with whatever comes up on the yellow, and we're just going to add this red one to the pool as a result. Okay. Yeah. So go for it. Go ahead and roll that. Well done.
All right.
They both come up blank. All right. So
there
Mark,
we go.
You got a... So you got 1 success, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
Yep.
I am... So
here is when adding any number, and this is a skill check, right?
This is a skill check.
I can change the result of 1 boost added.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you'd like to add 2 more advantage to this, to make it so that you have 5 advantage, we can narrate the fuck out of this if you'd like.
Yeah.
All right?
Or success and advantage. But
you've done 40 damage because the scrap shooter does vehicle-based damage.
I would like the advantage because that will give me 5.
Yeah, man.
So this is the
I totally allow you to add linked in this situation to or just apply the damage to 2 arcs. So that like your front arc and your right arc here, you're just and you're just kind of get it so that it in between the arcs and it gets them both and just blast them back off the map, spending the 5 advantage and the triumph to do that. You just take these guys, these 2 just out.
2 of them out. Yeah. Boom, boom.
Sound good?
Yes. Then I will follow up and yell for Enzo because he was inside. I'm sure he just hears gunshots, screaming, but send that. I don't know if I have a little hatch down below or if this
You have
is
your internal comm unit too. I think everybody might have like a mic on them while you're doing in the middle of salvage while Enzo is just relaxing inside, right?
And yeah, that's what I will do.
Nice. That's kick-ass shit. Go ahead.
And
Don't-
determined to spend.
For what happened there with your dice, when you spend the story point to upgrade, you on the dice pool that you're building on the dice tray there are plus signs and minus signs. When you upgrade, you click the green plus. That'll upgrade one of your dice from a green one to a yellow. Or if you don't have any greens, that'll add. Or don't have any.
Another green.
You're all yellow. It'll add.
Totally missed those.
Right. So
pluses and
when the story points were spent, what you should have done is clicked the purple plus once, and then Chris said it had a rank and adversary, so you would have clicked the purple plus a second time, and then when you spent your story point, you would have clicked the green plus once, and that would have given you the pool that Chris had you fix.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
It's all good.
So just for future reference. So.
But they came up blank. The yellow and the red came up blank. Case. Everybody. That's why we laughed. I don't know if we said that or not.
Yeah, they did. So.
All right. Well done,
Cool.
Mark. Okay.
Door's closed.
On those two fuckers, come on, 40 damage? Jesus, man. Yeah, you wiped them. Well done. That's great.
Yes. And so, whatever you shot at, I don't think we'll be able to salvage that.
Well,
We already got the vehicle full. We're good.
Nice. All right. So Enzo, what do you want to do? You're in the vehicle.
Yeah. So Enzo hears that all of the scrap gun going off and the explosions, and he's trying to focus. He's going to have an out-of-body experience as he tries to get his astral projection going.
Oh, nice. I'm liking this.
Sensing that there's other threats outside. Okay. So the base difficulty for it's his astral projection skill. It's base easy, but I'm adding protective aura for +2 difficulty. And because I've got a nice little talent called Psychic Strength, I can project up to medium range without increasing the difficulty any further.
And I'm going to say the length of your vehicle is basically short range, and then where Ivan is, kind of to the edge of that, kind of where he's at, that would be at medium range. So he's definitely in range for this.
That's it. So that's where he wants to appear, like right next to Ivan, because his protective aura will give him a +2 defense.
Ooh, nice. All right. So that will be a 3 difficulty, and I am going to spend this story point because psionics.
Yeah, right? Well, that's it. And I'm spending a point because he's trying to protect his friend.
Cool. Nice.
Right, but he's been hearing a lot of explosions, so I'm going to give him a setback dice because that's ruining his perfect focus. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to upgrade that and then upgrade that.
Hit the purple, and then I am going to give you a boost die here, Stefan, because first time we've done psionics, and we're playing salvage. Yeah. What the hell?
That's it. Cool.
All right.
Thank you. So that looks good to me. We spent our story points, and let's go. Ooh. Yes. So he projects astrally. So his body his head nods down and just appears a ghostly form of pale reddish version of Enzo appears, and he looks at the mantis rustler and he goes, "Boo!"
Awesome. So with that, the psychic strain, you'll take 2 because you're doing that. But points, I think you could soak one of those. And this additional effect doesn't add any psychic strain for you, so that looks good, man.
No.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, because droids are robots,
The synthetic organisms, SOs, yep, synthetic organisms.
And there's like, my question is, would I see his projection when he manifests, or is he, because I don't know if a robot's sensory would see
he is visible
because
he is visible to the normal spectrum. Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, you'll be able to see him
invisible as well with more difficulty, but I don't need to now.
That's right, Tony. Yes, but you being a synthetic organism, you wouldn't be able to use any psionic abilities unless you find tech that allows you to do something special. So there's something in the game that you can allow a synthetic organism to do some of that. So
there we go,
Tony. Cool. All right, rock on. Yeah, so Ivan, you kind of see
Enzo.
So you see the reddish, ghostly image of Enzo just booga 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 on this on the freaking Manus in front of you. So that would be. And
some of the aura kind of hovers or lingers around Ivan as well.
Nice. Kind of protect.
Giving him maybe a boost dice. No, giving another setback dice to the to the Mantis Restorer, so he'll get three defense.
Yep.
Plus an extra setback dice.
Exactly.
To Enzo.
All right. To everybody within medium range of you.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yep.
Okay. So then Brent, if you want to click that orange die next to Ivan's face on the lower part of the combat tracker, you'll take up that last slot. And what would you like to do, buddy?
The orange die there.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna. So I've got this like integrated weapon in my arm.
Nice.
Which is apparently at medium range, so it's some kind of a slug thrower or something. So I just got chopped in the leg. So I'm just gonna like point my arm at this thing and shoot that and try and step back away from it.
Nice.
So I don't know. So I'm gonna like do that as I'm trying to get away from it. So I'll just like try and back up a little bit, and then shoot it as I'm doing that to kind of cover my
your movement away.
Retrograde maneuver.
Nice.
Okay, so that is a integrated weapon to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I add like 2 purple.
We'll say 1 purple because you're at short range now. You're not engaged with it anymore. But because you're moving back away from it, kind of the same thing. Add a setback die.
Okay.
And then and it is accurate too, which means
so that's
2 boost dice. Yep.
Okay. And that's it. Okay.
Yep. You move. You do that. Range defense. It does have. Oh, hang on. Well, you do succeed. You did succeed. You have 1 success there. But it did have adversary 1.
Oh, okay. So then that would have been an upgrade.
Yeah. So just replace. So. Yeah. Just go ahead and roll a red and roll another setback die as well because it's got 1 setback die, or it's got 1 defense. So there you go. Roll those. Okay. So. You guys rolling blanks on your red, but you do so instead of 4 successes, you get 3 successes because you rolled a failure there.
Okay.
So it does do 11 damage to it.
Okay, and then that is applied. Do you apply that damage, or do I do something?
I'll go ahead and drag that over to it. Yeah. And it takes
a lot of things a GM can do.
Okay.
And it's almost done. So you just back up and go. Blast into this thing, you hit it center mass, and it kind of you rock it back a little bit, but it's still coming on strong.
So I have a question.
Yeah, man.
Ivan took a crit at the start, which made him go to the bottom of the order.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were doing the initiative, do we roll initiative each round?
Nope. Now what I
where would he go?
He can go wherever he wants now. So now what I did is I cleared out. I cleared out the party slots. So now I'm gonna go. My guy can go
round
first.
2.
This will be round 2. My guy is gonna go first, and then you guys can pick whoever goes next in whatever order. Ivan can go again if he wants. Like, he could take
So-
the first one if he wanted.
So all the initiative rolls, was that to decide whether
The
your
order.
actors go first or we go first?
Yep, it sets up
Yeah.
the initiative slots, whether it's a GM slot or a player slot. And it
Interesting.
just so happened.
And then we fill them tactically as we think makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if this was a fantasy game, you don't want the thing you always want is your freaking rogue to go first, so he surprises people, and you want your cleric to go last so he can heal.
Yeah.
That's doable in Genesis with a fantasy
Right.
game all the time. Just so you're
Yeah.
Now in this case, the ability that Enzo did, that's a concentration. He has to concentrate, and that ends at the end of his next turn. So he'll probably want to go last. So it's still going this whole round, and then if he wants, he can concentrate on it and continue it. But
Yeah, I can spend a maneuver to concentrate
Very
and do another
interesting.
action.
I've never played a system that actually does this dynamic.
That's it. And
Yeah, it's
you
pretty
notice that in the combat tracker, he removed 2 of the NPC slots because you slide the other 2, so they don't exist.
yeah, they're gone.
If those NPC slots had been mixed up in our own player slots, you would remove the ones later in the round and kept the ones at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So my guy, he's actually
So
going
Mantis-
to. So Booga 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 or Yuvchenko.
Yeah.
Because
So
that's kind of a
no
cool
matter
ability.
who. Yeah. No.
And you're out there.
No matter
going
who,
booga
he's got a
booga on
setback
it.
dice.
No matter who. Well, you know what? I'm going to roll a D10 here to see whether he attacks Yuvchenko or Enzo. Because both of them did some pretty good damage to him. And Enzo's there just kind of distracting him. But I'm going to say it's going to be a 70% chance he's going after the real thing, and 30% chance he'll go after you. So 8, 9, or 10, he's going after Enzo. And I rolled a 4. So he's going to go after Yuvchenko. All right.
All right. So So Yevchenko has the benefit of, let's say, the equivalent of 3 concealment.
Yeah, and I forgot that this thing has Pierce 3, Vicious 1, and Linked 1.
Is that concealment or is that
No, it's defense. Well, 2 defense and 1 setback dice that I.
okay? So that
my
pushes my
advantage
defense
gave him.
to 5, but there is a cap on setback dice for defense.
4.
It's 4. So it's 4 setback dice in defense.
What the hell? That's good. This is a hell of a pool. All right.
Oh, I'm not done.
You're not?
No, I'm taunting it. I'm going to give it a boost die. Taunting it, I'm yelling, "Over here, hit me, not my brother." And
Nice.
I'd like to give it a boost die, but I am going to spend a player story point to upgrade its check because I've got that Inferno Blade, and I'm like holding it ready to just get some retribution.
Just get some on it. Nice. And you've spent it already? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and that pool looks good. My 4 yellow is plenty. I don't think I have to spend any more than that. But okay, so everybody out there, 4 yellow, a green, a red, a purple, a boost die, and 4 frickin' setback dice. So let's go.
This will
Look
be
at all
interesting.
those. Holy crap.
Monkeys.
We've got 5 successes and a threat with Pierce 3. 13 damage, Pierce 3 there, Tony. So let's drag that on to Yuvchenko.
It's still a good thing. It's still a good thing that there were lots of those negative dice because, or else you would have gotten 8 successes.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
that's 8, but I think you go ahead and make that 11 wounds instead of. Yeah, there you go. Pierce.
So how does threat impact that attack?
So that attack there, Tony can spend it to either give me a setback die, give me strain, which might not be a bad idea considering
Kind of like
this is a
he
rival.
overreached.
Yeah, like he overreached and kind of, you guys have hit him, limbs are
Other
falling
narrative
off.
effects.
Other narrative stuff, right?
Okay.
Now, because so there are 3 types of bad guys in Genesis. There's a minion group, which you haven't run into those yet. Rivals, which is what these guys are, which have a soak and a wound threshold. And then there are nemesis. These are your named bad guys, which are like you all. They will have strain. They have a strain stat. Now, he can apply a strain to me, and that'll actually do a wound to me. You know what I mean? And with rivals, I can spend strain to do extra maneuvers, but it's actually going to cause me wounds to do it. Minions, you can't purposefully spend strain in that way. But rivals, you can. Go ahead.
In this case, the narrative of he came at me. He did successfully score a hit, but I had that Inferno Blade ready for retribution, and I just scrape it across the inside of the thing's ribcage and do a point of damage or a strain to it, which is going to end up being a wound.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, you just explain it differently.
Which gets it, which actually what I like narratively here is because it's so close to toppling over, you actually slice off one of its blades, just completely take off the arm, and one of its arms comes down. So I'm going to lose that linked quality now to my attack if I happen to survive, which I don't think I'm going to. So, so that's what happens there. So whoever likes to go next, anybody,
whoever wants to go next,
I'll step up.
There we go. Go ahead, Ivan.
So
that's SO.
Ivan or SO?
Oh, sorry.
SO?
Oh,
SO?
you're back
Sorry.
up. You're up on the truck. So
I am.
Sorry.
So because he has that aura, I assume I'm shooting through that. So that would give the Mantis Ruster defense as well.
Well, basically where you're at right now on that gun, it has the forward and left and right arc. You'll have to move. You'll have to move to the back. You'll have to move to the harpoon.
Intent.
Cool. All right.
So let me shift him. Oh. So apparently I can't grab.
I'll grab it.
So
no,
my
you
intent
can't stack
is,
tokens.
My intent
You'll always grab the bigger token.
Is during my move action, and I don't know if it'd be more complicated, so I'm going to give myself a difficulty you know what? I'm going to give myself a setback because I'm pulling out my rifle.
Oh, I see.
I have elevation, high ground, so that may give me a boost.
Sounds good to me. Oh, why don't you, first off, Mark, before you do that, before you're adding the extra dice, go to your combat tab and double-click on your rifle.
Because if you add in the extra dice first, it clears them out when you add the skill dice.
So go ahead and add your setback die and your boost die then.
So is that kind of reasonable?
Yeah, that's cool.
And range is...
I'm going to say...
Range. That's a great way to ask for the boost dice. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll say, I mean, if you... Oh, shit. Damn it. You're right, Tony. It does. So you'll move kind of to the high point on your hauler to kind of get a good view. Yeah, so we'll say, that works. Yeah, so medium range works from there.
Because it's like right on the verge, I think, of a beyond short range.
Yeah, it's close enough.
And I was going to give negatives. I didn't know if that shield was a physical thing, would actually affect me shooting out.
Nope, it only affects friendly. It protects friendly units.
Yep.
So
it'll protect. Yeah, all of you kind of have this. All of you. So what is it? What does it look like there, Stefan? Is it more of a everybody kind of has like a ghostly image of you kind of
it's
flown around them, or
not me, but a version of his long coat.
Oh, that's cool.
Draping over them.
Oh, cool.
Kind of a cartoon bubble of like a soap bubble kind of thing.
Could be.
Nice.
I mean,
all right.
And because I have the dedicated program, I'll be able to adjust the boost die.
Yeah, you will. Because there's a oh no, that's just an image of Enzo between you and it. But Yuvchenko is right there next to the thing. Go ahead and upgrade that one of those purple. So hit that purple plus.
You've seen Enzo do this before, so it's like, you can shoot through Enzo's projection, no problem.
Hold up, don't click it yet. Always double check before you click to make sure you've got all your dice. Chris, you're forgetting something.
Yes, adversary one. So click that one more time. The plus one more time. There we go.
The purple plus there.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right. Now, what do you like to do? You want to do anything to it?
So part of my movement, saying my full movement was hopping out, grabbing, and pulling the rifle up. Mm-hmm. Can I take strain to aim, Or
Yes.
is that something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I would
your
like
maneuver-
to aim.
A
So your
second maneuver.
Yep, so your maneuver, I'm going to say you're kind of pulling your weapon, crawling up, and that's why you gave yourself a setback die, and kind of a setback die for that, to kind of do that. And then, yep.
So where
Being
do
hard.
I add strain? Current is 2.
Yeah, you accumulate strain and wounds, so
Okay.
you would just write two.
At being
More
new,
points.
I'm trying to use
Yep,
all
perfect.
aspects, and
Yep.
I found it interesting that you guys would penalize yourself for the action, and most games are so generic and vague, which is appealing in a way. It's faster,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
okay. And so I think I am set.
I think so.
Did
too.
you spend a story point yourself to upgrade your dice?
I'm reading.
Do you want to? You can.
You
if
did
want.
or didn't?
Unless
Making-
unless you want to. So this lucky strike ability you have, if you upgrade your check right now to change that green to a yellow, you wouldn't be able to use a lucky strike talent, because as part of your check, you could spend a story point to add your intellect to damage.
Yep, that was my intent. That's why I
okay.
was going to save it.
Perfect. Oh, that's right. I think we went over that a couple weeks ago when we were kind of introduced you to this a little bit. All right, cool. All right,
Harden.
looks good to me.
Okay, so that is that. So on the aim condition, it says add 1 boost dice when making a combat check to a target, or add 2 orange squares.
Yeah, what you can
What
do.
is an orange square? I don't.
Oh, no, that would be a boost die. So instead of adding that second boost die, you could choose to add a success and an advantage or 2 advantage. So you probably want to remove that second boost die and use your targeting eye to add the what do you call it? To add an automatic success or an advantage to the check.
Yeah.
So go ahead
Since
and
I'm-
double click on one of the blue dice.
Okay.
Now, do you want to add a success and an advantage or 2 advantage to this check? So you'll want to add that here now.
Well, the targeting eye increases the character's range by 1.
Which we've already done that.
calculated.
Yep, already that's
So
calculated.
would I still gain 2 purples for medium range?
That's range. Yep, that's
Oh,
something else.
okay.
No, your targeting
The range
eye.
is already, yeah.
Yeah, so your targeting eye
rated.
allows you to, instead of adding that boost die, you can add a success and an advantage or 2 advantage to
Okay.
this check. So which one do you want to do? A success and an advantage or 2 advantage?
I am confident I'm going to roll quite a few more advantages, so I'm going to go for 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right. So
All
then,
right.
where that next to that that green plus, click on the automatic success, and then click on the automatic advantage, and there you go.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
And then go ahead and roll.
And that's thanks to Chris's programming skill. He added that feature.
All right.
Oh.
Looks like a fun one.
So we're laughing
Yeah.
because this nice big pool Mark rolled. He rolled 5 successes, a triumph, and a despair.
There
So
we
does
go.
the triumph counter the despair?
Nope.
No.
But the
Okay.
so a triumph counts as a success, and a despair counts as a failure. Those cancel, but the triumph result and
And
the despair
yeah.
result, those do not cancel. This is going to
No.
be fun.
Okay.
Well, they work
So
together.
first off, Mark, what does this look like when you kill this thing?
I am, because I'm aiming, and I am going for, like, the head to, like, it has
Perfect.
the one Cyclops eye.
Sure.
With my molten rifle, I just see like the burning, melting hole puncture right through it, kind of the anime kind of.
Sweet. Yeah. So
So it goes down in a heap.
Yeah, well, yeah. So your molten rifle. So this is a molten rifle. So basically, what happens? Scrap gets dropped into the muzzle, and just starts melting. There's just molten that gets shot at this thing. What I would like to do is
It goes right through
activate
Enzo's projection.
Vicious one. Yeah. So what I'd like to do is when that thing hits and that molten just kind of splashes out onto Yevchenko there. Tony, I'd like you to take, let me see, so it's 15 damage. We're going to have that. Take 8, take 7 damage. You could soak it. And then
for the triumph, you could try to...
What I'd like to do, the triumph, yeah. So what I'd like to do is, Mark, why don't you put 10% to your modifier in the modifier thing, because you have Vicious 1.
10%?
Yep, so modifier 10.
And then
take
under the green dice.
Yep, and then underneath the red die, there's a personal crit. Why don't you drop that on Yevchenko for me? That's how I'm spending my despair. All right.
Ouch.
79. Overpowered. Yevchenko has taken the overpowered crit.
Overpowered. This is not cool, Chris. The target leaves himself open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another attack against them as an incidental using the exact same pool as the original attack. Not cool.
You know what? Hang on a minute.
Instead of you get splashed, the laser hits part of the ice stone, which shears it off, and the rock falls on top of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's better.
I'm joking.
No, what we'll do, let's look at that. Let's look at that crit table. Personal critical.
The one next to it is hamstrung. Or winded is right next to it. Either one. I think overpowered just doesn't make sense narratively.
It doesn't.
So
yeah, I think I like winded in the sense that you just kind of get hit and you can't voluntarily spend strain to do anything extra. But the encounter is basically over because you destroyed this thing. But you do have a crit to be an average crit that needs to be fixed. Yeah.
So it was a success and a failure. Does that qualify for a medal?
Nope.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, it was a success.
It was definitely 5 successes there.
Okay. I didn't, because you said it was a failure and a success, so I didn't.
Oh no, the triumph counts as a success. You know, you see on your dice here where you've got that first yellow die where you've got 2 successes.
Yep.
And the triumph counts as a success in that regard. You know what I mean? Which is
so it's
one
already
of those
calculated
5.
in there.
Yes, it's one of those 5 successes there.
Okay.
And then the despair counts as 1 failure. But then you also have the despair result, which is a critical on your buddy. And then the triumph, I'm going to say with the triumph, there's going to be a piece of tech that you can salvage from this thing. Because you kind of open it up in such a way where there's a piece of tech that we can look at on the equipment table. There's a tech mods table. There's something on that tech mods table that you'll be able to get, and we'll figure that out here in a little bit. So, so that was.
Oh, I can also adjust one of these dice.
Yeah, you can.
The blue for 2 advantage, and I will spend those 2 to reduce strain.
Sweet. Yeah. So you can keel back some strain.
Oh, where is that?
All right. So what do you guys think of the combat?
It was short.
Well, painful.
Well,
For
a couple of you.
Yevchenko.
Or Yevchenko. True.
Afterwards, I'm gonna rock butt. Hey, rock butt.
grabbing medkit, sir.
Just Dr. Bot.
Uncle.
Russian, by the way.
Oh, Dr. Bot, Rock Bot.
Rockbot.
Do you call him Uncle then? If Ivan is your dad,
I think that would be a logical conclusion.
makes sense.
Sir Uncle. Uncle Yevchenko. All right, so
So two medical
sorry,
checks?
I mispronounced that. It's Vrachbot.
Vrachbot.
Yes.
Nice. We do have some people over in Russia that have downloaded the podcast at some point during our thing here. So.
Well, I'm not attempting to butcher your language. I am attempting to show it some love.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
there's my disclaimer.
Awesome.
And now that the encounter is over, we can roll either cool or discipline to recover any strain.
Yep, without any difficulty. Go ahead and roll cool or discipline, whichever you guys have better. And then
Okay.
Nothing.
Cool.
an advantage there. Nothing for
Only
you.
one. No. Nope.
All right, and then Yevchenko, you got 1 strain, and you could do, and then for every 2 advantage, you can heal another strain. So Yevchenko can get 3 back if he needs. SO, you can get 1 more back with that success.
Okay.
And then Ivan, if you wanted to make your roll.
Yeah, let's see. Cool. Okay.
Ooh, you get 3. You get all 3 of your back. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So Enzo simply retreats back into his body. He's like, whew.
Yeah.
I will start sawing bones.
There you go. He's gonna saw some bones. Sweet.
How about unmelting my face?
Put one of those.
Had character.
Awesome.
Someone told me women dig scars.
Not the ones I like to visit. And not here.
So for surgeon, when a character makes a medicine check to heal wounds, target heals 1 additional wound per rank. So I can heal, if I make my success, 3 additional.
Yeah, because you have 3 in surgeon. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That'd be skill.
So he has more than half of his wounds. So this is going to be an average check. So 2 purple. So you can make a medicine
purple.
check. Yep. And I think you have a...
I have a first aid kit.
Yep, it's a scram kit, an emergency on-the-go kit.
Inventory.
So it's basically it gives it so it's considered the right tool for the job. It's necessary. If you didn't have it, you would have had setback dice.
Right.
If a
That allows you to do it. Yep. So that looks good to me.
Okay, I don't think... So, earlier in the email you said always ask for a boost die. What dictates qualifying for a boost die?
Well,
Like,
you could
if you
say...
have
You could say, you've shot your molten rifle before. You may have caught Yevchenko. You've done this before with Yevchenko. So,
Okay.
It's kind of routine. If you'd like, you can, that would count. And really anything you can ask,
Okay.
and if it's reasonable, I'll say yes.
Well, I think due to the temperature and the ice,
Cool.
he didn't get the full burn. It started solidifying before it hit him.
Sweet.
I actually worked molten metal back in the day, so
Okay.
I've seen guys sprayed with molten metal. Not cool. I feel your pain. Literally, I feel your pain.
Awesome. Yeah, so Mark, that's perfect. All right, go ahead and roll.
Oh!
So,
So, with dedicated programming, I am going to flip the boost die to 1 success and 1 advantage. How do I?
unfortunately, that's still a failure, though. Unless on the boost die, there's 2 successes on one side, or no?
No, there isn't. I've got one in my hand now, and
No.
Well,
2 advantage or a success and an advantage. That's about it. Or and a success.
1 counters out. Oh, it shows
Yeah.
I have 2.
2 failures. So what happens? So you have a net 1 failure.
But if I change the boost die, that gives me a success, which counters that.
Right. So you'll be left with 0 successes, which is still considered a failed check. However, you'll have 7 advantage. Which I will allow you to spend like 3 advantage to apply your surgeon ability, so he'll at least get 3 wounds back.
Suggestion for the other 4?
Sure.
You heal my crit. It's only a 2 difficulty crit.
That works.
First aid does 2. You check for each wound.
Well, not each wound, but if for every net success you have, you'll heal a wound. And because you're a surgeon, if you succeeded, you'll actually add 3 to that because you have 3 ranks, if you will, in the surgeon ability.
So in this case, he's letting you activate it with some of your advantage, and I recommended also that you heal my critical injury. But at the end of the day, how it is all spent is up to you.
Yep, absolutely. That's one way of spending
and since your roll is basically a failure no matter what, you could just flip the blue dice to 2 advantages and get a total of 8 advantages. Or is it 9?
It's all good.
Whatever. Number advantages is moot.
I will work towards. See, there's no table for crit damage, so I didn't know that was a separate.
Criticals have their own difficulty rating. When you wish to heal a critical, that is the difficulty of that heal check. That medicine check. So in this case, my critical is a 2 severity check to heal. So the ones that were rolled earlier, like the one that was rolled on Ivan, is a single severity, so it's going to be 1 purple die difficulty.
Yep.
Okay, so I can use those advantage to diminish those on my next check.
Or what we're saying is that you could just spend the advantage to heal his crit and heal like 3 wounds for him.
All right, I'll do that
for now. Cool. All right.
So all I'm going to do then is I'm going to right-click my critical, and
delete it.
Opens up the dial menu, allows me to delete it off my character.
Nice. Now you can go ahead and heal Ivan. So typically,
I was just going to ask about my leg.
Yeah. So typically, you can really only do like 1 heal check on somebody either during combat or like right after combat, and then it's done with these patches. I think they're called patches in this. Is that what we call them?
Ampers? Are they called ampers? No, that's not it.
I think it's just called a patch.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any on my character.
Yeah, so. you have 8 patches there, Enzo or SO. So you can the way effectively healing potions, and in this case patches work, is you'll be able to apply it once.
Knows.
Oh yeah. So Mark, these patches that you have, if you open that up, the first one that you use heals 5 wounds in the first 24 hours. You could use a second one, and that'll heal 4. Third one will heal 3. Next one it goes all the way down to 1. But then that's
diminishing returns.
Diminishing returns in a single day, as if that's so much doses of stuff. So you can throw a patch on him. Hell, you can even throw a patch on Ivan too to heal him. You don't even have to make a roll for healing.
Yeah, I have 4 patches as well, so looks like we got a good amount of patches.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a healing potion kind of thing.
So you can patch each other up. So you can spend 2 patches, get Yevchenko healed up to with 1 wound, and Ivan, if you want to spend 1 of your patches, you'll be fully healed.
Okay, I'll do that.
Cool.
So I'll spend 1 patch.
Yeah.
And, I used the one for mine.
Okay, so 1 will heal me 5. I still have 5 wounds.
Yep. So you can spend another one there, Mark. We'll heal 4 more for Yevchenko.
Okay.
Do a second one. There's that.
Now I just basically only have some scratches. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, okay. Now you're good. All right. So now we could do a quick salvage check to get to kind of do like a quick little salvage check, and then we'll be able to see what you guys find in all these off these rust buckets. And with your triumph there, I'm going to say if you guys open up your equipment list, there's a tech mods table. I'm going to say you could find any one of those Tech 1 mods off of the off of this guy. Now I know this is kind of a one shot and whatever, but that's what we'll spend that triumph on.
Salvage player library equipment.
Yes. And then
a random roll?
Tech mods table. Yeah, we could do a random roll, actually. So tech mods, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me. And we'll ignore
you gotta
the
actually throw it.
plasma ammunition one. So 8 would be a shift node. So I'll go ahead and drag that on. Since you rolled the crit, or the triumph, I'll drag this shift node.
Shift.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, there it is. Popped up. Weapon gains +1 linked.
Yep.
Requires a hard point.
So
Yeah, so whoever wants
we
that.
could totally have Ivan install that on the scrap shooter on the truck, and that would make it so that it had the linked quality.
That's perfect. How about
Very
you guys?
cool.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so then
I like it.
we'll go to your vehicle, and then we'll just edit the scrap shooter and just.
I have
That's
a
a mechanics
cartoon-
check to install it.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
To
I have
install
a
the
cartoon
mod
bubble
is
of like that.
average difficulty. Or is it
Okay,
hard?
so I got my mechanics is 3. So should I do that?
Yeah, if you'd like, whoever wants to
Does
install it.
anybody have mechanics?
I can assist.
Nope.
I have 1 rank.
I have 2 ranks I can assist.
Okay.
All right.
So base pool. So for the assist is a boost die,
The
right?
boost die, yep. And then
And then what's
it's
the challenge?
average?
So that's
Right,
2 purple.
Is that what you said
I
there,
believe
Tony?
so, Chris. I haven't
That's
installed
fine.
the modification in a while. I can look it up for you if you'd like.
It's actually in the book here. Yeah, go ahead. So it should be a modding. There we go. Modding, average mechanics check.
That's what I thought.
Okay, and
Perfect.
average is 2 purple die, right?
Average is 2 purple. And I'm
does
not
that
gonna mess with it. That looks good.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Woohoo!
There we go.
Not a
Zing.
problem. 3 advantage.
3
All right.
successes and an advantage.
Yeah, so
linked.
we'll add linked 1 to the scrap shooter, and we're just gonna drag the shift node onto it. Now I changed that on SO's vehicle. Nope, that doesn't add it on.
Doesn't do it on everybody's because you have it spread out amongst all of us, but that's fine. We'll call that his turret.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, SO, that's your turret. That'll be your turret. That's awesome.
Well, let's get this ice home. Load up.
That's right. All right, yeah, so you guys load on up and head on out. So yeah, so you guys you gather, you fill up the rig with the berg ice. You could scrap, we could scrap all the the rusters there. You get some scrap, you kind of put that in there too. You find that I don't know if we were recording when we did this though, but the attachment that we decided was or the tech mod that we found with your Triumph there was a shift node that the group here decided to put on the scrap shooter weapon on the rig, which makes sense, and that has been dubbed the SO's weapon. We think now. So
SO's big guns.
SO's big guns. So so there's this is gonna be going on. Let's see here. Do I have it? Oh, I do have an image. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna like this image. Okay, so you guys kind of spend the better part of the rest of the day filling up. You relax here. You kind of head on back. In about 2 days back, as you're needing to cross the tundra ice lake here, I'm going to share the map with you.
Oh, there you go.
You are crossing
The map.
the map, and it's not that big.
Of course.
We'll make it-
It never is.
A little smaller than that, and so we'll say
But we
you guys.
we modified it to be bigger. It looks bigger.
Yeah,
on-
yeah, that's right. But however,
bigger on
I
the
think
inside.
we might want to turn it the right way. I think. Is that the right way? Oh shoot!
Oh.
I don't know.
Front is whichever way we're moving.
Front is whatever way you're moving. I think we're moving right to left.
We have
you're
dual.
going
We have dual
this way
cockpits anyway. So.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have everybody roll initiative because it's just gonna be that way.
More vigilance.
Oh yeah, dude. Because
Yeah.
we have
Fine.
ambush on the icy road from the Tundra Yetis.
1.3.
Awesome. Now we're gonna do that.
Script error.
Whatever.
I know.
I don't like that.
So initiative is figured out what 0.01 is an advantage and a point is a success.
Successes, will be 1. Let's say I got 1.3. So 1.03 basically. So 1 success, 0.000 triumphs, 0.3 advantage.
Okay.
So
That's the way Fantasy Grounds tracks it. Normally, if you're playing face to face, you would just write down 1/1, however you want to track it.
Yeah. Advantages can be tiebreakers.
Some people even went so far as to make NPC slot cards, and then they just create a little deck of cards that they go through.
Mm-hmm. Guilty.
Stefan. So.
But it works well,
I can't add these things to the frickin' combat tracker. Why not?
Then they don't exist.
Oh, yes, we win.
We defeated them.
Whatever, dudes.
We just rolled over them.
Yeah, all we felt is ba-bump, ba-bump.
Yeah, they were
Not
highway,
exactly sure why you shared them with us, though.
Yeah.
You shared them with me.
highway kobolds.
What did I share with you?
You added it to combat tracker. You dropped it on me, so it shared the image with me. That's why I didn't add it. So I know I can see this creature's stats now. Just so you know.
Yeah, you have Yeti companions.
Why don't you close it down, please? Please, Tony. I'm a noob.
I know the Storm Shepherd's nasty.
Whatever, dude.
all I saw was his strength threshold. Holy snap! Holy crap!
Well,
that's all I saw.
Hey,
I mean, if no characters get killed in a one-shot adventure, then GMing's not working right. So,
appreciate that, Brent. Alrighty.
Don't give him any ideas.
Everybody else is like, "What the fuck? Why, Brent?" Okay, so what you guys see? Bum bum bum. That's actually the icon. That's actually the image too. You see,
it's a trike.
Yeah, it's a Tundra trike. Hello. They're not that big. But they can't go any smaller than that. Well, whatever. And then you see,
they're a group of.
Then you got one of those. Oh shit! What the hell, homie? There's one of these guys.
Oh,
it's not empty. Yeah. It's not empty. No? There's one guy driving, one guy on the thing. He's coming. So you got two of these guys coming from one side. You've got couple of these guys coming from this side. Mad Max style, right?
Yeah, but the fact that there's no characters in the quads takes me out of the immersion,
Whatever, dude. And then you see in this, so then you see this thing kind of coming up.
My God, it's huge.
Off the kind of the north up here too, it's huge, but that's kind of it's kind of notional, kind of coming up to you guys,
right?
And then actually I'll just share. There's your Storm Shepherd. Actually, I'll share we'll delete that token. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just share the pictures of these guys. It's going to be too big, though, but that's all right. Let's close it down.
Focus on the crotch. Yeah,
there's that guy. One of these guys are in there with them.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
And then we've got
nice people to bring home tomorrow.
then we've got these guys on the buggies and on the trikes coming after you.
The faceless mooks.
That's right, the faceless mooks. So these are the Tundra Yetis coming your way. All right.
Cool.
So now, oh my gosh, now I got to roll initiative for them. Jesus. Oh,
there should be a way to just roll for all of them.
there should be.
I think you right-click on the
Rebuild
arrow
initiative
down below.
slots? Not rebuild initiative slots.
No, but just
Initiative.
above. Yeah, vigor or
Roll
not
NPC
vigor,
initiative.
vigilance. So
Yay.
cool.
All right, there we go. We rolled them all. Oh, and I rolled zeros for them. Yay. Okay. So,
Except one of them.
if you guys see, so basically we're just going to kind of notionally, so you're on the road, you're just kind of going, we won't really move the tokens. They can go, I think they could go kind of faster than you, but so they're kind of coming in off the edge.
Off
And
sides,
we're
yeah.
going to put them at, so do you see those triangles? We're going to say those are kind of the range band. So they're going to be kind of at medium range right now.
All right.
And this one is going to kind of move into short, kind of like right at like short range, which will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got, okay. So that'll be my Storm Shepherd. He's going to be out here because the guy who's driving him hasn't gone yet. All right. So let's see. So my Storm Shepherd, what can he do? Sorry, I haven't looked at this in 2 weeks. Range, there's not even a range for that. Ah, there we go. That's what I want to do. Here we go. Okay. Okay, sweet. All right, so I'm going to make a check.
Chris,
Yeah, man.
may I ask, what is our speed at the beginning of the encounter? It's going to make a difference for my
How
driving
fast?
check.
How fast would you be going? Now,
Well, we're trying
consider
to haul back, going at a good haul on an ice truck, but there's a lot of winds to this road. I'd probably say speed 2.
instead.
Yeah,
And your max is 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Two sounds good.
So that's where you'll be at. Now, if you wanted to increase that, obviously, we'll go. But we'll just
Who's driving?
Narratively speaking, if you roll like threat or whatever, I'll say, hey, you're coming up to a corner. Drive check or,
Yep.
Yeah. So who is driving?
Me.
Oh yeah. So you're driving. Where's everybody else?
Well, Esso's probably in his gun turret.
Okay. SO's in your gun turret. You're in the scrap shooter. Enzo, Enzo and Ivan, where you guys want to be?
Enzo can be on the left-hand side, one of the gun ports. Maybe there's one of those sliding windows, like little slots.
Yeah, that works.
And he'll have his scrap rifle ready and some scrap nearby to reload.
Okay, yeah. So SO, you're basically calling out, "Hey, Tundra Yetis coming from the left and right." So
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. Okay, then Ivan, where do you want to be?
Place.
Where do you think
Brent.
there, Brent?
So were each of the weapon mounts? Somebody was in the harpoon launcher?
Nobody's in the harpoon launcher.
Nope.
Okay, I'll go in there.
Okay,
All
you'll be
right.
in a harpoon launcher. All right. Okay. And we're going to say these guys are in the left and right arcs, so you'll be able to hit them with the scrap shooter cannon there, SO, but once they're kind of behind, then you wouldn't be able to. But all right. So I need to do one of these checks. And this is going to be that and that. Nice. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to spend a story point because they're moving. We're moving target.
Awesome. So we're going to do that. All right. And I think I'm good to roll this. I'm actually rolling what's called a nothing happens, but but what does happen is
what did you get?
Yuvchenko. I failed to check. What I'm rolling is what I was doing is making a telekinesis check with my Stormcaller. As my Storm Shepherd, he's doing a Stormcaller ability. I failed on it, but I got an advantage and a triumph. So basically what this was able to do, I failed on it, so I wasn't able to produce a level 3 snowstorm. So what Yuvchenko is seeing out the front, you're just seeing, the wind just kind of, the drifts just kind of blowing across the road right now. You think kind of a storm is coming in, but mainly it's just a big gust of wind just blows a bit of snow across the road. So I'm going to spend this triumph to upgrade your driving check, and I am going to require one when you go.
Okay.
So that's my Storm Shepherd. So who wants to go?
Whoever wants to go next.
Go ahead, guys. I'll do the driving check last.
I figure me and Ivan are up top. We alert you guys, so it makes sense. I think that Ivan being in the rear may...
Because we've got two player party slots. All right.
Yeah, let's take our weapon shots, or vehicle weapon shots with
That's it. Go ahead.
with me and Esso.
Or Poonam.
Okay, so who would you like to... So we have a Tundra Buggy and a Tundra Trike.
I'm going to try and
One
just
and
shoot
two.
this trike here.
That trike there, the Tundra Trike to the north, cools.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, this. Okay, so then I do a harpoon to start, dice pool, and then...
The range is going to be medium here, so that's going to be 2 purple.
2 purple. Okay, and then...
You can add a boost die to aim because you're not maneuvering. You're in the turret. And that's basically kind of a free thing. So you're aiming with it.
Okay, and then we know that we've got such an excellent driver that I've got a really steady platform. Is that a boost die, or is that reaching?
The unsteady platform will actually be give you a setback die.
Okay, I shouldn't have mentioned
It's
that.
not steady.
Okay.
You could take a double maneuver, a second maneuver for 2 strain, and get another boost die.
You could to aim a second time with it if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I'll add
only
2
2 strain.
I'll add 2 strain here in a second.
Yeah.
So should I go ahead and roll that?
Let's see, Tundra Trike. Let me see what we've got. We've got on their vehicle.
You can spend a story point if you want to upgrade one of your green dice.
Yeah, if you'd like, you can spend a story point to do that.
Let's let the scrap shooter do that, I think.
Alrighty then. And that looks good to me. Yeah, I don't have shit for defense or armor.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
so
you missed.
So,
it's a fail, and then
Failed. That's right.
but 3 advantage.
with 3 advantage. So we'll do. Let's see, disable. Okay, let's see.
Well,
We'll add 2 to Esso's shot, because maybe he's having to avoid the harpoon. Puts him into the or whoever.
Okay. So you'll pass on a boost die to him, and then you'll pass a second one on to him using the 2 advantage. 2 more advantage.
Yeah,
if you'd like.
the
Cool.
second one on to Yep, I'll just do that.
All right.
Okay, so then done, and then I'll add the 2 strain. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So then we'll add you to the list there. So then, Ivan, you take up that spot, and then we'll go to the next one. So I guess an SO, you'll take that one. Sweet.
So I got a boost
good.
dice from him.
2.
Yep.
2?
He gave you 2.
2 of them.
Okay.
Yep.
Who are you hitting?
I am eyeballing the grinder in front. I kind of think, the Mad Max, they're hitting dunes and jumping and
oh,
stuff.
hell yeah. They're just...
So I'm like kind of aiming, waiting for that opportune when that guy showing off hits that dune.
yeah.
And it's
Smash him.
bang, F, I'm dead.
Smash him
So-
with the... Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's pull.
Yep.
So I'm going to add another boost. I added the setback because of the instability of the driving.
Okay.
I don't know anything about storm callers or anything like that, so lead vehicle, I'm going to take that.
All right. Sounds good.
Are you gonna hit the grinder elite? Actually, the grinder wouldn't be this.
Grinder Tundra buggy up front top.
Got it. Sounds good.
I didn't know how to do an arrow.
That's okay.
It's both mouse buttons
There you
down
go.
at the same time.
All right.
Is that the one you want to eat? There you go.
Nice.
So-
Now, what you could do is you could.
I have the targeting eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
That can give me a success, and I didn't add those. So I'm going to add that success and the advantage.
Right.
So that gives 2 advantage and a 3rd success.
So that'd be
I'm going.
6 damage.
I can also, with the dedicated programming, increase one of the blue dice for an advantage and success. That gives me 4 and 3.
Okay.
So with 2 of those advantage.
Now, what you? Yep.
So I can use that towards the vicious. Correct.
No.
To the advantage. Let's see. So you're firing that scrap shooter. You could do linked. And apply damage a second time to it or another target, the Tundra Trike.
Additional hit.
Right. Now what you could do is you could spend a story point and add your intelligence to the damage on this.
And I can pass 1 boost, 1 advantage
On
also
To a next combat slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the player story plot.
Yep.
That gives me my intelligence to damage.
Yep. Which, by the way, what does it look like when this Tundra buggy just gets completely obliterated with the 10 damage you're doing to it, which is 100 damage?
It literally explodes to the biker behind him may feel a little unshaky. My 1 advantage left over, I would like to pass that down to Yochenko.
Now you applied linked though, right? You spent 2 advantage.
Yep, but
okay, so what
I have
linked
1
does?
left over.
What linked does is you can apply that damage again to a separate target. So if you wanted you could take out the buggy, and then that linked, you send another shot that way, and when that trike just kind of moves out of the way, that it just kind of dodges and just takes a second blast. So actually, these two,
It's like auto fire.
pretty much. Well, they don't know what auto fire is, but basically, it is like auto fire.
It's like a giant flak cannon.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, you managed to get a second shot in.
Yep.
Because every attack does not necessarily mean 1 bullet, let's say.
Okay. So my last advantage, I'd like to pass that to Yovchenko, the driver, yelling, "Hey, we got high winds coming up!" Kind of, just kind of, yeah. Or hey,
Backseat
watch
driving.
out for that.
Like you slaughter 1.
Yeah.
So these guys are actually minions. This is actually a minion group. Each one of these buggies and each trike is a minion group of 2, a driver and a gunner. So you took out 2 minion groups with that.
Kaboom, kaboom.
And now it's my turn, which we're actually going to take we'll have the elite. He's gonna move up into like short range here. Let's see here. What the heck? He's driving. Oh, wait a second. I think I have 2 elites, to be honest. 1 driving, 1 a gunner. Yeah. All right. So the gunner on this guy, he's gonna take a shot at he's gonna use this heavy machine gun and take a shot at SO that's above up there. So he's gonna be at, we're gonna say they'll make it to like kind of medium range, out to medium range here. You're protected behind this defense. I didn't really give it kind of a defense, but I think there's like those shields kind of in front. So I'll add like a 2 defense to that. He's gonna aim because he can. I'm gonna spend a story point because that. Would you guys like to do anything to this? So just a spray of bullets, with just heavy machine gun is coming your way.
Yeah, sure. We'll spend a story point because there's lots of snow going around and lots of debris that already are still flying from his friends' buggies.
So if you can't remember what it looks like, that guy up top, coming your way with it. So let's see here. So we have 4 yellow, a red, a purple, 2 black, and a and a blue sty. And what's your range defense? Do you have range defense, SO, on your
I do. I think it's 1.
Probably 1.
Probably.
Not knowing what the shield offers.
The shield in front, I was given it a defense of 2.
Yep. Range defense 1, soak of 3.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, it completely fails. So yeah, he
got snow in his eyes.
He does. He just hits one of those berms and he goes, and he just kind of right up the side and actually shoots out.
Goes wild.
He's gonna, with the 3 advantage, I'm gonna shoot out one of your middle tires there. So you kind of feel a little bit of a jerk there. So I'm gonna add 2 setback dice to your driving check here as well. Oh no, just one setback die.
2's fine. Keep 2 works. 2's fine.
Keep adding
it. Give me 2.
All right, I'll give you 2. All right, that's me. Who's next?
All right, I'm gonna go next.
All right, Enzo, what you want to do?
Enzo is already on the left side, taking aim at some of the either a trike or a buggy. So he's got his scrap shooter
there. Cool.
Yeah, all right. Scrap shooter cannon.
Okay.
All right. So he's going to be aiming. So let's go with ranged. So it's an accurate 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's aiming twice.
Yep. I'm going to increase the difficulty twice on this. So this is going to be a daunting check only because we're kind of at... Actually, no, this is a personal... Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's a personal rifle.
It's medium.
Range is long for his own scrap rifle.
That works.
So, it's a scrap rifle, not a scrap
I forgot
cannon.
This heavy machine gun is a personal scale weapon too, but it's got range long. So we'll just do that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's not
purple.
It's not. Yeah, it's not accurate. It's not inaccurate. It's just 2 purple. All right.
2 purple.
So double aiming, and I'm going to use my determined as well.
Oh, of course, Mr. Boost Dice himself.
Yeah.
Wow, Stefan.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do that as well.
A story point, of course, man.
So boop and
you
boop.
could accidentally. You can Yevchenko could accidentally hit a rock, and you could like send a bullet ricocheting inside of the vehicle and hit yourself.
You never know. All right, so
or hit
Yevchenko.
You could brain Yevchenko in the head.
Oh no, I don't.
Shite.
Nice text.
So if you would have
done bam.
Now, if you would have done it from your combat tab, we would tell what. So what's the base damage? And then add
base damage is 5, so that's 9.
9, okay.
And I'll use the 2 advantage. Go ahead.
I'll allow you to use the 2 advantage to actually hit like the driver or the gunner.
Oh, I was just going to use the blast ability. And just the whole vehicle goes.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe even just showering the guys in the back with some debris.
Well, these guys are minions. And you're hitting what, the trike or the buggy?
Oh, we'll go the trike.
Okay.
It makes sense for the scrap to then to hit the buggy in the back.
That makes sense. And how much damage you do?
9.
9. So you
with
do the
blast
damage.
2.
Blast.
With blast 2.
Which adds 6. Yeah, so you'll take them both out. Yeah, so
Right.
you do a little bit of damage to the trike itself, but if it doesn't have a driver, it just is gonna.
Whee!
Yeah. So this trike is basically, this Thunder Trike 1 is basically out of the fight.
More
Yeah.
Because of
salvage.
that. It's just, more salvage, of course. Nicely done. All right.
So base damage 5. Do another 9 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you take them both out. You do 9 points to the driver. He only had 4.
With
and then
blast.
you blast with another 6. Yeah, that's well done.
There we go.
Nice. Okay. So, next party slot. Well done, Enzo.
All right, that's me.
Mr. Driver.
Yes.
You've
I am going
Janko.
to be making a drive.
No one's going to take our water.
That
Now,
damn
however,
straight.
before I make the check,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a maneuver
Okay.
and brace for impact.
Okay.
Strain. Actually,
So
I only
that's
take one strain.
a vehicle maneuver.
Yep.
Bracing for impact.
does
Once
that do?
per round, the pilot may use this maneuver to adjust the vehicle's position to minimize incoming damage.
Okay.
So that way, if we do get damage from a collision or from an obstacle,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
it won't hurt the truck so much.
Cool.
So that's my initial maneuver. My second maneuver, you said the storm, right, is coming in, and that's what's causing me to have to make this driving check.
Yeah,
right?
so you're from Michigan. You've driven, and there's like a snow drift kind of blown across the
Squalls.
road. Squalls, that's coming. So that's going to give you an upgrade to your check. It's going to be an automatic upgrade. That was my triumph.
Okay.
I actually
have a
drove last
windshield.
year in a snow squall. White,
Yeah.
everything is white on white. It's just you can't see anything.
Yeah, if I would have succeeded the check, this would have been kind of a whiteout blizzard condition.
Yeah, no, it's nasty.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
we all know. We live in Minnesota. We know what that is too. So
Yeah, we do.
all right.
So I'm going to go ahead and make my check.
You increasing speed, or you staying with the 2?
I'm going to stay with the 2 speed.
Cool.
I did give you a boost die from my action.
yes.
I don't know if
Yep,
that
I remember
helped.
that.
Cool. All
Okay.
right.
So there's that. The
We'll
difficulty of the check was
We'll
first.
say average. It's
Okay.
just an average.
Then a boost die from SO.
Yep.
And then 2 setback dice from
The blown tire.
the blown tire, and 1 setback die for the handling of our vehicle.
and an
I,
auto
however,
upgrade. Oh, go ahead. Not an auto
Go ahead.
upgrade, but an upgrade. Upgrade to the difficulty because of my storm. Yep.
upgrade to the difficulty for Storm.
Cool.
Now, I happen to have the talent knack for it,
Nice.
driving. So
Yes, you do.
that allows me to automatically remove 2 of those setback dice.
Well done.
Well
He's
played,
got a knack
Mr.
for it.
Bond.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my determined
Oh, to add.
at this
there we
time
go.
to
Why
add
not?
3 boost dice to this check.
Why not? Roll until the end of the night coming up. Might as well use
Oh,
your
yeah.
determined. Perfect.
And then for my last little bit of
Awesomeness.
well, let's see how I do on the check first, because
All
I
right.
may have something cool I want to do.
Perfect.
So,
That looks good to me. I
I'm
think
not gonna
I've done
upgrade.
enough to it. I've done enough to it. Oh!
Boom.
Hey, that's all you needed was a simple success, which is
One
what you
simple
got.
success is all I
And-
needed. That's the best
and
possible
6
outcome. So I had
yeah,
1
6
success,
advantage.
6 advantage.
Holy.
So, first of all,
Yeah.
for a 2 advantage, immediately going to take a free maneuver, and I'm going to reposition the vehicle, quickly downshifting and then upshifting back to maneuver us right behind them.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So they overshoot us.
Preparing to run them over.
I like it. That's sweet, dude.
So
Very
the
cool.
that
Buggy.
that buggy that's right
It's
there is
coming
just
in.
we're gonna be positioned when we come out of that snow squall. We're right behind them,
Yeah.
chugging along.
I
The
love
other
it.
the
With all
other
the spiky
for
bits.
advantage.
Yeah.
I would like for at this moment to like make eye contact with the as we're driving out of that storm,
Uh-huh.
and that storm caller dude.
Yeah.
Make eye contact with him, and I would like to force him to have to make a concentration check to maintain his activity that he's doing.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. So concentration check. I'm guessing that'll be a. That's going to be a. I'm going to say it'll be discipline.
Oh
the
yeah,
hell?
cool.
This one sounds
Why
good.
not? Discipline versus
Discipline
Presence.
versus my presence is
or
3 difficulty.
3 difficulty. All right.
Yeah, I'm just fucking eyeballing him like
Yeah, you're
a
eyeballing
dead
him.
man. He's seeing his death in my eyes.
All right.
Did you do the fingers? Did you
I got you
Free
coming.
hand.
I got you. I got you.
Man.
So basically, I have a feeling it's going to kind of look like this, where
Yeah.
you come back, these guys are going to be right up beside you, and then you're eyeballing that fucker kind of right there going, what the hell? All right, perfect.
Just coming
All right.
barrel down on top of him.
Rock on. All right. And then
Yeah, he's looking for us, going, where'd they go?
I'm going to spend
a
a
vehicle
story,
that big can't disappear.
I'm going to spend a story point here because I don't know, Triumph could be interesting here, and he goes.
I think
He
a
kinda
despair
nods
would
at
be
you.
interesting too, Chris. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would too.
Upgrade place.
All right. There we go. Let's roll it. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So that squall, right? Just kind of stops, and you're okay. So for your your 3 advantage here, you kind of have to, you're kind of drive, and you're doing this. You're downshifting it, and then you're looking, and you go whatever, and you and this thunder buggy's a little closer to you than what you think, but you kind of do you kind of jerk on the what do you call it, on the steering wheel a little bit, so the next gunner who fires is going to have like an automated, or is going to have like a 2 setback dice. Well, no.
Our gunners.
Your gunners are going to have like 2 setback dice. That unstable platform, instead of the 1 setback, it's going to be 2 setback dice for the unstable platform.
Got it.
And I'm going to gain back a little.
So the whole ass end of the vehicle is fishtailing, basically.
Basically, yeah. So whoever's going to fire
Which
next,
makes sense. We're on an icy road.
It does. It does. All right. So now
That's cool.
Yeah. So that rocks. So then my Thunder Buggy. So basically, this guy, as he's kind of boom, he kind of hits the thing, and he sees you kind of going past you. The turret, the gunner is just going to try and go so he's going to be turned around, faced at you, firing just right into the front of your vehicle here. But I'm totally going to give him a 2nd setback die when he does that. And I don't know what it's like to shoot from these guys because you've killed them all except this guy. So far, actually, no.
Well, our vehicle does have defense as well. So.
Okay, so first off, short range, 2 setback dice for a what do you call it? Now this bike, it has this buggy kind of has spiky bits all over it, which is a type.
So
of,
do we.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have spiky bits all over our vehicle.
This is gonna friggin' hurt.
That's why I want to hit him.
Yeah, he's gonna aim. He's gonna aim. Might as well. And that's my check. I added the setback die for your maneuver, basically there, which was cool. Rule of cool here going.
Right.
So how's that look to you guys?
Does he have the unstable platform penalty also?
That was the first setback die. The second setback die was the maneuver him kind of doing that as he's
maybe a third setback dice for the defense.
Oh, you do have defense. That's right.
Defense 1 all around.
And I'm gonna upgrade that because stuff and things. Why not?
So each defense is an equivalent to a defense die?
A setback die, yep.
Okay.
I think we could upgrade too. Yeah, Tony?
You all agree?
I think we all agree that we don't want bad things to happen here.
All right, here we go.
Well, not just to us, anyway.
We're going to roll. Okay, so I got 3 yellows, a red, 3 black, a green, and a blue. Oh, bunch of nice big dice pools.
Rainbow.
Oh,
all good stuff.
Okay. So, now my 14 damage is actually considered 1.4.
Right.
So this is a personal. Weapon. So this is a personal scale weapon. So what kind of armor do you guys have on the vehicle?
2.
2 points.
2. All right. Then I'm going to spend my 4 advantage to shoot through your windshield.
Okay. So reducing our armor rating by 1 to be able to get some through.
Yeah. So I'm going to say 4 damage.
To me?
Why don't we do half that? We'll do half that. So 7 damage to you, to the driver.
Okay. I'll soak all that, but 2.
All but 2? Which means I'm going to drop a personal crit on you. Oh, and it's vicious. Well. Oh, actually, it's Pierce 2 as well.
Okay. So I'll take all 4. I'll take 4.
Take 4.
So total of, I should be at...
So then
I should be at... 4 plus 5. I should be 5.
Vicious 2 does that, so that'll add 20% to this as I drop it on Yuvchenko.
Okay. Now, because I took the brace for impact, this will that does reduce critical hits. Reduce the additionally at the beginning of this. Its vehicle suffers a critical hit. The pilot may have the vehicle suffer system strain to reduce the critical hit.
What does it reduce the critical hit by? Is there a percentage?
10 per point of strain.
So how much strain do you want to... So I have plus 20 coming in on you, and you could spend vehicle strain to reduce it by however much you want, right? Or
I'd like to spend 2 vehicle strain to just reduce it back to a flat roll.
Cool. All right. So go ahead and mark that vehicle strain off then. And then I'll drop the personal crit onto you.
Yeah, I know it only normally applies for vehicles crit, but I think it makes sense in this case.
It does. It really does. Yeah, and you had it. You were prepared for it too. So looks like
I was
you
braced.
You were braced. You have a discouraging wound though. Whatever that one is. So
discouraging wound gives you a story point.
Gives me one?
Mm-hmm.
You mean I get to take that back?
Yes. Move 1 player story point to the GM story pool.
So they're all on my side now. Yay!
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
Well, it is my turn.
Not when you roll like me and Baker.
Yeah, that's right. You guys been roll good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do something here with my Storm Shepherd. Once per session, as maneuver, this character may suffer up to strain up to their ranks in willpower to send out a psychic storm.
Storms.
Then all other living beings within medium range suffer double that amount of strain. So,
I'm okay with that.
Everybody is going to take... I'm going to do that. Once per... This is one... You did this to me, motherfucker! He's like... back at you guys.
Shooting a stink eye at
He's
me.
shooting a stink eye at you.
He's looking right back at you.
So his willpower is 5... So everybody is going to take 10 strain, psychic strain, which you could reduce with your soak ability, I believe.
Psychic soak only.
Psychic soak only. So everybody's going to take 10 strain.
Except for me.
Oh.
Except for you, because you
9.
do not take any. You may suffer strain. This isn't psychic strain. This is just straight up strain.
Oh.
So you guys can soak it with your soak value. So you guys can soak it. So,
10. Only 3
strain
points
coming
then.
your way.
See, where would I
Alright.
see psychic strain?
Well, it's
No,
not
it's just regular strain.
No.
well,
it's
psychic
just regular
strain.
strain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this,
Minus.
and then for everybody listening out there, so in this system that Jerrad has created, he's added a psychic soak value, and there's also a psychic strain, which there's no other stat. It just gets taken off of your strain. It's kind of built in.
Can you reread that description? You said all living, and I don't know if
other
you
living
misread that?
beings within... Yeah, it says, then all other living beings within medium range suffer double that amount of strain. So let's see.
Do robots count as that?
I'm going to think that you are inorganic.
Because I read the thing on...
Mechanical mind.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Do not suffer psychic strain. This said
But
this is just strain that you're taking. So, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it'll kind of come out and hits you in the willy bits.
Okay.
As the
So I kind of see like...
Yeah,
You know what
you can
bomb
still
goes
soak some
off?
of your regular strain.
Yeah, you get a little
Your
bit of
regular
like
soak.
for you it feels like an EMP almost, right? Kind of blasting you a bit.
So for a second, all the snow, all the debris just kind of originates from him and it gets pushed out, so it's like clear as day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for you. All right. So that's what my storms. Oh, that's actually maneuver to do that.
All right, sorry.
Let's see.
What's his action?
So his action is going to be using the his telekinesis ability, which I got to bring up. I got to bring up the damn psychic actions table. Telekinesis. All right, here we go. Range. Yeah, what silhouette of your vehicle? 3?
3.
All right.
Short range is base, yeah.
Easy. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna make a. So he goes back at you, and he does one of these. He does a. He tries to just push your vehicle off the road just psychically. So he's gonna try and do a telekinesis thing to move a object of silhouette 3. So he's gonna add. Oh, jeez, this is gonna hurt. Myself, because that's going to add 6 psychic. I'm going to do 8 psychic strain to my... Damn.
Yeah, and adding plus 3 difficulty.
Telekinesis, going to be daunting check.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say moving vehicle because it'll be a setback die because there isn't a moving vehicle and he's trying to... Okay, going to take the... All right, going to take 8 strain from that. Jeez, that's going to hurt. All right, my check is that. I'm going to spend that to make it better. All right, and because you guys didn't have any at the start of this check, you won't. Even though I moved it over, that's not quite available to you until after we're done resolving the check. So
can't use it yet.
Yep. So we'll do that. All right. Well, I'm going to succeed on this, which is going to move your. So I'm picturing a. I'm picturing a immediate kind of like a driving check from you, Tony, to kind of resist this, if you will. And we'll do. And because I rolled 3 advantage, let's make it like a hard check then. I'll just spend my advantage to set your difficulty here.
Okay.
And then you can apply your...
So there's the handling.
Apply your handling. The wind shear isn't there, so you're good.
So then...
That actually looks pretty good to me, and I'm gonna do
so
that.
So then my talent of... knack for it, I remove that setback die.
Perfect. And I'm going to spend a story point. Because bad things could potentially happen.
Yeah.
Good things might happen too. I don't know.
And you can spend 1 as well, Tony.
You know what? I like living risky and saving those points for everybody else. So here you go.
Oh, sweet.
Living risky business.
I kind of have an idea for the triumph if you want me to, but if you want,
take
feel
it.
free. Okay, so this is a reaction to his telekinesis, which your triumph, it kind of acts like a despair for him, which means I'm thinking he might push you into the buggy, and that's in front of you. So instead of pushing you off the road, I just
accelerated through it.
You just accelerated through it, and you just crit the frickin' buggy.
Yeah, I was going to ask for an acceleration, just an automatic acceleration up a speed. He pushes us forward, and we run over that vehicle in front of us. That's what I was going to ask for, so that's perfect.
Perfect, yeah. So you just kind of, he just runs. So effectively, that's kind of despair for my side. And you just run over that buggy and just take these guys out.
Crunch.
Nice. Now, is that considered a minor collision, or?
That's considered this buggy just explodes in front of you and out of the encounter. So.
All right.
So I'll remove that from the list. Enzo, your turn, man.
Yes. Enzo, yes. I'm going to do a special action before the end of this session.
Oh.
So he sees all of this happening. He just crumples to the ground and, again, astral projects himself. This time all the way to the Storm Shepherd. Going to try to take him over. Trying to embody him.
He is going to try that. What the hell?
So the check now becomes a astral projection versus his discipline. So I have to wait for you to tell me that.
To the driver and just crash the damn vehicle.
I want to do something to that damn shepherd.
You want a discipline check, huh?
Yeah.
All right. The difficulty is my discipline. I have a willpower of 5.
All right.
That's
for
five. 5 difficulty.
So can I spend a story point outside of my turn?
What would you like to spend one on, Mark?
I'm sorry, what?
What would you like to spend it on? What were you thinking?
You can ask.
You can ask, absolutely.
I'm thinking it would be both of his attacks pretty much failed, except for his. So obviously he took strain and everything else. So I think that, besides maybe an aneurysm happened, he kind of overloaded himself, and now Enzo goes in and just starts taking him over. That system shock.
You know what? I know what you're doing here, and I love the idea. I'm going to reduce the difficulty by 1 because of all that, because he did use that ability. And if you'd like to spend a story point for that, great.
So my question is, if it's Enzo's turn, can I Enzo is amplifying the strain, he's doing that. Can you do that?
I mean,
generally no.
Generally no, but myself as a GM, rule of cool always rules out, and I like to say yes, but. So yes, but
I'm not gonna
you can't
do it if it's not part of the. I just thought it was
No,
you can always ask.
I think it's great. It adds to the narrative, and that's what this system's all about. So
a story point is spent for that.
Spend a story point to reduce the difficulty by 1, and I think that's reasonable to me.
All right. And since he tried to run us off the road, I'm still spending the story point to upgrade my check.
Perfect. And I've got to do it because you're freaking taking over my big bad guy.
Yeah. You never know. No. And he'll be taking an extra 4 points of strain.
Now, even though he is adversary 2, I am not going to apply that because if I had ranks in discipline, it would make this completely bad. So I don't have any ranks in discipline. I'm not gonna apply adversary 2 to it. So I'll spend the story point. You just upgrade it once. So
okay, fair enough. All right, so I'm good with that. Let's do it.
You fail though.
So no, I don't project myself. The vehicle's bouncing around too much. Hit my head.
You just can't quite. Yeah, you just can't quite get there, and you kind of time it you're kind of at a little bad timing when he kind of pushes the vehicle. You're doing this when that acceleration happens, and just as the vehicle hits the trike, I just feel the death of these people, and it's interfering with my projection. Your projection. You go.
Their sudden death is like
Cool. All right, rock on. All right, who's next?
I would like to go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So they've moved closer to us. They're doing their thing. He's trying to push our vehicle. I would like to sideswipe them, doing a dangerous driving check.
Perfect. So I will let you know. You know what? And I'm going to say your difficulty is going to be the driver's driving check.
Difficulty is the silhouette for dangerous driving as the check.
Oh, is it?
It should be the silhouette of our vehicle.
Silhouette of your vehicle or theirs?
Yep. Ours.
Okay. So it'll be
performing a dangerous driving action. The character makes a piloting check with the difficulty equal to the silhouette of his vehicle.
So your silhouette is 3, so it'll be hard.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, we've got spiky bits all over this thing. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna sideswipe them, slam them, try and run them off the road, basically.
All right. Now, he has the talent defensive driving.
Okay.
So add 2 setback dice to this.
Okay. Well, so it's hard.
It is. Add 2 setback.
1 too many. Mm-hmm. Hold on. There we go. 2 setback dice.
Right.
Our vehicle's handling.
Mm-hmm. Knack for it.
Then,
right.
I'm kind of aiming this for my maneuver.
That's cool. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Whenever you can ask for a boost die.
And then Knack for it removes those 2 black dice.
And I went ahead
and then I saw you had spent a GM story point. I was spending a player story point as well because this is going to be cool if it works.
Yeah.
It'll be even cooler if it doesn't.
Let's do this.
All right. Oh,
wow.
It does.
And you get some all right. So what does this do? So you're going to kill. So
this
it's a collision.
is going to be. I'm going to inflict a collision onto them.
All right. Cool.
So that means they're going to roll a critical hit, and when our vehicle, because of the spiky bits, when we roll a critical with it, we add plus 20% to the, 30% to the roll.
Yeah, plus 30.
Holy buckets! This is gonna hurt.
So, however, with the threat, you can force me to take one also.
Does my armor or defense reduce that by 10%? I can't remember if it does or not.
I don't think so. No. Defense is just
I have a silhouette 2 vehicle. Why don't you add 10% to that? Because I'm 1 silhouette lower than you.
Okay, so 40% on the crit.
Yeah.
Vehicle crit on where is his
the Atlas exploration truck? Can you see those underneath my
Yeah, I can see it. Which one do I drop it on though?
It's the same. It'll be the same. They're in the same vehicle. So
okay.
Oh yeah! Shit! Oh. Brakes
120
damaged, which means, and I'll read it: the vehicle's brakes are compromised. The pilot cannot perform decelerate. Vehicle can still coast, but I'm going like 4. I'm like, well, I'm going like 3. I'm going faster than you, so I won't be able to stop.
And then I'm going to use my second maneuver for 2 strain and slam on the brakes.
Overshooting us.
So they're going to overshoot you.
Going to decelerate us down to 1, so he'll get ahead of us.
Yeah. So this happens. You slam on the brakes, and now you guys are basically kind of off the road a little bit, but
riding his ass.
But you're like kind of right behind him.
It's blinding up the perfect shot for SO.
It sure is. It sure is. Okay, so that
was 2 strain to take that maneuver. My turn is done.
Your turn is done. All right. So now my driver. Jesus.
Yeah, NPC slot.
My driver and my... All right, I'm going to do a driving check.
Yeah, you better.
I have to. But my brakes are damaged. All right, there's my driving. And we're going to call this hard because we're out there now. Can't
The vehicle
decelerate.
suffered a crit.
Vehicle suffered a crit. So we'll do that. We'll add a setback die because he's got like a crit in there. He can't slow down. Brakes are compromised. So you
What's his
slow down.
handling?
The handling on this vehicle is straight up.
Okay.
No
0.
difference.
Well, I'd love to see him crash, so...
That works for me. Alrighty. And you know what? I might as well spend one myself. How do we have 5 of those in there?
Oh.
I don't know.
We got an extra one.
You added one earlier.
That's alright. Whatever.
Shoddy program.
There's only 4.
Shoddy program.
Oh, there's 5.
There's 5.
There was an effect we had that added one.
Maybe.
Clear that
Wasn't
pile.
there a crit? No, there was a
No,
crit.
it was the one
moved.
the one that went back and forth. I think it just added one total to everything. All right, so there's that. All right, how's that look? Oh, you guys already spent yours. All right, here we go.
It was good.
Despair!
Well, I got some
Oh,
threat. Oh, by the way, with your threat there, your 3 threat there, I'm now you take a vehicle crit too, though.
That's what I'd said, yeah. Just
Forgot to
With
drop
the
one on you guys.
threat, yeah, give us a vehicle crit.
if you
Crippled. Oh no,
That's
I added on you.
If you had-
Franco.
You gave me that. I'll delete that. Try a vehicle crit, not a personal one.
Why don't I do that? Whoops.
oh,
Aw.
the vehicle is resilient.
Rattled.
Wait a second. That's a vehicle. How do I drop it onto the... How'd you drop it onto
It's
the
on
vehicle?
the vehicle. So I just dropped it in the
rattled.
combat tracker. It went on the
Oh, sweet.
vehicle. It's on
Cool.
there.
All right,
Rattled
excellent.
easy. Hold on now. That's what is rattled? I just closed it. Vehicles. Our
20.
vehicle is resilient, so it
Yeah. You can spend a
reduces.
story point.
Oh, we didn't have a story point to spend when.
Oh,
when he
okay,
did.
never mind then. Because that
Okay,
would force
go
you
ahead.
to roll a second time and take the lower result.
Right.
Either
But
way.
do you have a resilient thing on your... Do you get to reduce? You get to reduce crits.
Yeah, it does not. No, it
Oh, second
this vehicle
result. I got
suffers a
it.
critical hit. You have to
Yeah.
spend a story point to reduce it.
Alrighty. All right. So there's
But
that.
so rattled is the lowest result you can get anyway. So we got 3 system strain on the truck from that.
So I
Yeah, not too bad.
succeeded, but I'll take some system strain. Or how would you like me to? You know what? Maybe my vehicle slows down so that you could catch up to it with the 3 threat that I rolled. I rolled 3 threats, so you guys can.
No, I would just like this to be a perfectly lined up shot for SO, who basically SO is going to go next.
Yep.
He gets a perfectly lined up shot. He's going to get 2 boost dice.
Cool. You know what? I'll spend the 3 threat there so that my driver, my gunner just doesn't get a shot off this turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, SO.
That's- Now, Chris,
Yeah, man.
Rattled also says this: the vehicle suffers 3 system strain, and I didn't get the second part out. And its pilot and each occupant suffers 3 strain.
All right, so everybody take 3 strain. Can't soak it. You have to
Can't
take the
soak
3
it.
strain, right?
Yeah, it's suffer
So-
3 strain,
suffers.
not take 3 strain. So.
Right. Yeah, so you got to take.
So no soaking.
So
Uh-huh.
we take 3 strain also?
Everybody
Yes.
takes 3 strain. Now, SO, you're up to 10 of 10 strain. You
I
have
am
to
now.
You have to be 1 over that in order to go unconscious. So,
Okay.
So you'll have to. So
If
let's.
you exceed your strain threshold,
if you
you're
exceed
at
your-
it.
You're at it though.
So targeting I added the success and advantage.
Nice.
right.
I aim.
Okay.
So, originally, so just to start over, I clicked the vehicle
Yep.
of the scrap shooter.
Mhm.
I added 1 die purple for
Short range.
range.
Yep.
Yeah.
I added 1 setback because of the stability of the vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
the platform.
Inaccurate, yeah.
2 boost for the lined up shot.
Yeah.
The aim, I added 1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay.
Well, that. Oh,
That's your special ability.
That's for the targeting eyes. Aim gives me 1 boost die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going
the targeting
to use...
eye. Well, the targeting eye, when you aim, you either take the boost die or you add the success and advantage when you aim. I would add the success and advantage instead of adding.
That's guaranteed then.
Die. Yeah,
this
kind of
drop that
doesn't
last
stack.
blue die.
I can't. Targeting eye gives me the success and advantage.
correct.
Aiming gives me 1 boost die.
Well, when you aim, instead of taking that boost die, you do the success and the and the advantage. Yeah, that's what that is.
I'm just going to remove the... You know what?
Remove the boost die and then put the success and advantage on.
Yeah, because that's automatic.
It is. Yep. That's why... Or you're going to do 2 advantage.
No, I'm doing 1 success. I want to make sure I hit this guy.
Yep. Yeah. And more successes equals more damage.
I added a story point.
Spent a story point. All right. So you upgrade.
So did I. Hit your plus green and plus purple.
Plus green and plus purple.
There we go.
Yep.
Looks
That
ready.
works.
That's a beautiful pool.
That's a beautiful pool, man. Let's see what
Once
you got
per
here.
turn, you may use this talent to spend metal after making a skill check to reduce strain suffered. Okay.
Oh, which you might need to do. You might need to do it.
You get any threat, Chris is going to call you out.
I looked up linked.
Yes.
Linked actually says
that's a
the
good
wielder may sustain 2 advantage to gain an additional hit. It actually says applied to their original target.
Yes.
Oh,
the original target? That's okay. You did more damage to that original target, and you blew up the trike as it was blowing through it.
There you
go.
All
good. Okay, so that's a good looking pool, man. Doors open, Mark. Go ahead and roll it.
Go for it.
Oh,
there we go.
Authority.
So you needed that 2 advantage. So there you go.
The 2 advantage. Actually, I can with the dedicated program, I can change
a boost die.
It would give me another advantage.
There you go. Either way, though.
Well, it's only linked 1. So you'll be linked 1. You'll
hit it twice.
You'll hit it twice.
Away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hit him
kaboom.
So 7 and 7. So okay. So 7 and 7. Considering I have a hull trauma of 12 and armor 1. You do a 6 and 6. That's enough to take it out, man. It is
nice.
So what is
Yetis everywhere?
All right. So what does this look like?
Is like in the full rear.
Okay.
The second shot, because of the recoil, kind of hits like car seat high, a little higher, so it takes out the other guys driving and the
there you go. I'm blowing up
the shaman.
Token. Oh, it just rips on through.
Very nice.
And you kind of run into this thing, and it blasts and flips, and you're able to. Oh, I didn't even see that. Like the flame coming out of the back of the. Oh, that's so cool. That's a kick-ass picture.
That's a great picture.
Isn't it, though? That is. I spent so long trying to find the perfect picture for these guys. All right, so the Tundra Yetis are destroyed, and there's salvage all over the lake, and you guys could take some time and salvage it all, and, you grab your salvage, you got your berg ice. Few weeks later, you roll into the settlement, and whenever a berg ice hauler comes into one of these settlements, it's almost like a parade.
Party.
What I'm picturing is like in Lord of the Rings where they're talking about like the trumpets when they come back. They coming into the city. It's kind of like this. They know the berg ice is coming. They're all excited. So it's a feast, and you guys are almost celebrated as heroes.
Yeah, we can order after that.
We're coming in.
Yeah, it's like
You
It's like a more scrappy version of episode 1 when they saved Naboo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that was Salvage, you guys.
That was Salvage, everyone.
Well done. Thank you. I'm clapping
thank you
to
for our
you
guests.
guys.
Yes.
Thanks for running, Chris. That's a cool system.
Polite golf clap.
Thanks. Yeah. So there's the system of Genesys, and then there's the setting. And because you two, Mark and Brent, you guys are new to the system, your impressions of it? I know we're going to take a little bit of time here to kind of get your feedback on it, being new players, to kind of maybe share with our audience what you guys have learned, what you guys think. Honest opinions here. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the old, when I say old, all the other systems, they're a lot more stringent,
Mm-hmm.
and more stringent.
Pass-fail kind of thing.
Yeah.
Strict.
But it's, you know what you get when you have a result. The variable here allows for a more creative play. It does slow the system down, the gameplay down a little bit more. I think that when people play 5e, they're looking for a simplified system. You know, everyone wins in D&D. That's the joke.
You pass and fail.
Exactly. This, even when you fail, you don't quite fail because by the end, so with this though, it's the responsibility of the players to make things harder for fun. I don't think it relies necessarily on the GM to point out the difficulties. You know, players are encouraged not to min-max a roll, but penalize yourself for a realistic gameplay. And I like that.
Cool.
Well, I think that, just so you know, that's kind of our style. Not everybody that plays the game is going to self-penalize. That's something we've learned over time, though, that makes things more interesting as players and GM. Self-penalizing always makes the story more dynamic and fun.
Yeah, it does.
I agree.
What do you think there, Brent? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Mark did a great job I totally agree. It's definitely more, it's on the narrative side. I think it's really fun to play a variety of different types of systems. Some are that are a little more mechanically oriented, some that are a little bit more narrative, less. I think this is less of a min-maxer. You know, if you're a game, if you like that kind of stuff, this is more. I mean, I'm sure there's a certain element to that to this too, but it's more of a story thing, and the advantages are really clear there. So it's fun to be able to see like a different system like this, you know, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
cool. Well, hey,
because you can min-max. Yeah, even in the system, you can min-max. Like Chris did his dwarf against a dwarf dragon slayer. You know, you can't try to optimize.
Yeah, you can optimize. Yeah,
true.
Sure,
but I think
it's not the main focus. And
and
once you get more experience with the system, interpreting the dice and building the dice pool, and sometimes with the talents, you can get a bit more of a feel for it. And then you guys were new, so we're allowing, of course, you to.
So one other
want you guys to understand. So.
That's cool. One other observation, like playing this on Fantasy Grounds, like having the dice, you know, having the computer do all the canceling of things and stuff like that is actually, I think, probably an improvement over tabletop in some ways. You know, I mean, obviously face to face, we all prefer to do that kind of gaming, but like this is pretty cool because normally that is one of the negatives. Like when we were playing Star Wars back in the day, you know, taking 14 or 10 dice even and rolling them and subtracting out all the things that cancel each other and all that crap. That's a little tedious, and like this is pretty cool because you just build up the pool and roll it and the results are right there. So that's pretty awesome. Actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's a place where like the virtual tabletop stuff that actually is an advantage in that regard.
Absolutely.
Well, there are apps for that as well. Even if you're rolling face to face for phone or tablets,
that's true.
Can do the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose
whether or not you trust apps, rolling apps,
I mean,
it's another matter.
If you're in person at a table, it's kind of odd to have your iPad out there and like right, it just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right.
No,
that's right.
That's it. No,
but
rolling the dice does help, and once you get used to it, like I said, you get pretty quick at canceling out the dice, removing those that are blank, and
Right.
there
But
you
it's
go.
not, but this is instant. Like you said, Brent, it's instant.
Yeah.
Push a button, you have the results, and you can focus more on, all right, interpreting them. What do they mean, right? Yeah.
That's it. I failed, but I've got advantage and a triumph. So what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to bash any gamers out there. And I say this
It's all good.
not as a criticism, but I think this is more, I don't want to say an adult game where, you play 5e because it's easy and simple. I think an advanced gamer, someone who's experienced games, who's been around a little bit, maybe seen some movies or whatever, they will get more out of this system.
Maybe a new gamer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
cool.
I can tell you
Experience.
from experience, I have taken a new gamer who's never played an RPG, and I ran him through a 2-year campaign of Star Wars. And he picked it up. He picked it up quick, but he's a mature adult who he understood things quickly, and he understood quickly the advantage to being more narrative. As he got more narrative, his dice pools got more dynamic, much like the dice pools we had tonight. Setback dice were being added, boost dice are being added, story points are being flipped, and he realized that really quick. And I've heard from other adults who've taught kids this system. Children grasp it very quickly
Really?
for that
Yeah.
reason too, because they're narratively imaginative and they're getting into the visual space, and they're thinking, I want to do this and that, and the GM just tells them, hey, okay, well, add a setback die. That is going to determine that. And once they see that doing this little thing adds a boost die or a setback die, now they want to do more of that.
Yep.
Because it's giving them, it's kind of a reward for being more creative.
So I could see experienced gamers that haven't played this system have a harder time than never gaming, because you do, and I had this problem starting playing Star Wars, coming from the D20 systems, the pass-fail systems. It's a different way of thinking about these dice pool being a means to an end. It's not necessarily the end of the story, the narrative. It is a means to the end of the result of what happened to your action. And that you got to twist your brain a little bit for that. But if you don't have a brain to twist coming into this new, you're right. It could be easier. It couldn't be easier. I don't know.
What are you calling me, brainless?
We are brainless.
Chris, we've discussed we've discussed a couple times my opinion on my game. My mind has always been more lineal. I like knowing consistency.
Yeah.
After playing this, like doing this one-off, I realized that comment is wrong. I got more out of this than we did when we did Star Wars.
Good. Awesome.
So
awesome.
Nice.
And I'm a better GM too in this system since then. So I've learned a lot since then. I'm glad, Mark. I'm glad that
it's definitely a different mindset, and I learned quite a bit, like just listening before being as fluent or with this narrative dice. Sometimes listening to podcasts that specialize in it, they were doing actual plays. So they gave me ideas of how to use advantages and triumphs differently than just the chart. The chart gives you a nice starting off point, but sometimes
that's one thing I never show my new players, the chart. I never show them the chart. I always tell them, just tell me what you want to do, what you want, what cool thing you want to happen, and I'll tell you how much that costs.
Yep. And I know,
I
Mark,
didn't know there was a chart.
I put the charts out there for you, Mark, because I know you are that kind of let me see the mechanics of it. Let me see what I can do. What does 1 threat mean? What does 2 threat mean? 3 threat mean? Then you'll be able to go, okay, now that I got that, then I can kind of come up with my own at that point. I think you were doing that towards the end too, so that's pretty cool.
Honestly, I don't know where the charts are. I never saw them, never looked at them.
Well, perfect. All right, well, great. You did great then.
I actually took kind of when you guys first started adding your own negatives to your own and being considerate of the environment, that is what really turned the light bulb on for me, saying, you know what I'm doing possibly could have negatives.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
So
Well done.
It makes it more fun. Now,
Yep.
I want to say I was originally I told you, Chris, multiple occasions when you kept talking about this setting.
Mhm.
The setting wise, I was like, yeah, it just doesn't sound like it for me. It's the post-apocalyptic thing isn't my
deal.
forte.
Yeah.
But having played it and having read it, because wanting to play it, you forced me to fully freaking read the thing, all the player stuff at the beginning, the opening bit,
Yep.
and character creation. There's actually a lot of love put into making this a sci-fi setting, not just the post-apocalyptic, which really turned it into something I could enjoy running or playing a campaign in.
Cool. That's good.
wow.
What'd you guys?
I gotta be honest. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of Raised by Wolves.
Yeah.
This was
And
yes, exactly.
That really sucked me into this.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
My wife and I just watched the 4th episode tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is so good.
Yeah, we're watching it too. It's great, and it is kind of similar to the setting. There's some.
Is it
there's
really?
some,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
There's
watch
some-
it.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so about
I mean,
the
none of us
setting.
play necromancers, but flying
You
around.
just wait. That's my next mod.
Have to add that class.
Awesome. Hey, did you hear that, Jerrad? Part 2, man. Your supplements add the necromancers to the to frickin' Salvage here.
Yeah.
So-
a new power, from the ancients.
Nice.
Put our weaponized eyes in and go get some scrap.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well done, Chris. It's a good story,
Yes,
and
very
I
good.
enjoy the setting. Jerrad, Mathew, if you're listening, you did a great job. Really did. The sci-fi part got me.
Yeah, that sucked me into.
The junk punk was really like, meh, when I started, but having read, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to.
coming from a noob, I enjoyed it.
Cool.
There you go.
I
Final
would play it
thoughts?
again.
Final thoughts there, Brent? What do you think?
Yep, agreed. It's good. It's a cool setting and a fun system too. Yeah.
Cool. How about you, Steph?
Stefan?
I liked it too. When I read it the first time when it was the free release, it's like, okay, it's cool. I liked the psychic system that he did was different than the magic system of the core book. But now having played it, you get some different ideas for running it,
Excellent. Well,
and the whole scrapping and modding stuff. That's where you get your stuff, just like in computer games.
yeah.
That's where you loot your stuff. It automatically goes to your character, and you can go back to town, quote unquote, and
Right.
upgrade your stuff.
Sweet. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys definitely made this fun for me, for sure. As always, the players just, it just makes, I just throw stuff out there. You guys do the comments and do what you're going to do. And I had a lot of fun. This is pretty good. So thank you guys.
Excellent.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yep.
So do
Thank
we
you
want
for
to?
coming on the show.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for coming on, guys. Nice meeting you and great playing with you.
I appreciate it.
All
I
right.
hope I didn't traumatize any of you too much.
Always,
Not
man.
at all.
Always, Stefan. Always.
You just wait till we game in person and you start seeing how energetic I am when I'm yelling doors open.
That's right.
I have dry humped the table. You feel it? Yeah, doors open.
That's his thing. That's right.
Okay, now
It's
I
like-
want to see that.
When there's well, there you go. When there's
That's a
a nat
sight to be
20,
seen. Yeah.
when there's a nat 20 that needs to be rolled,
Yeah.
Mark's there. Doors open, and he does it. That's right.
Can't do it the same way to a virtual tabletop.
No,
That's
not
right.
quite, I guess.
I don't know if you guys would appreciate me, zooming in and out of my monitor, hip thrusting and everything else.
Well,
I
Steph-
toned
Yeah,
it
that
down
doesn't-
for you guys.
That doesn't translate to the audio medium for sure.
No, not so much.
No, I wouldn't mind, but that's just me.
All right. Awesome.
All right. So, co-hosts, shall we wrap up?
Yep.
Let's wrap.
What's our
up.
next show, Chris?
I believe in a few days, actually, we're going to be doing the Keyforge archetype random generator,
Random species generator.
random species generator. So we're
Yep.
recording that on Sunday in a few days. So
I like how Stefan has already named the episode for us. That's going in that, by the way. That's going to be
I
awesome.
thought about that was pretty good. I was hoping you'd
It's
like
going
that.
to be called the Totally Random episode.
Totally random.
right. Yeah, because this new setting that came out, guys, the Keyforge setting, you can randomly roll at an archetype or a species. So
yeah, you can pick and choose, or you can just roll the dice.
Yeah, randomly roll all of its abilities, all of its stats, everything.
That's right. That's right. It'll be fun. That'll be next.
All right, so if you want to contact us, reach out to us at findingthenarrativepodcast@gmail.com. Finding the Narrative on Facebook, you can talk to me and Stefan. Finding the Narrative on Mayway, you can talk, or MeWe, you can talk to all three of us there. Twitter, that's at FTN_Genesys, and Stefan is the only one who monitors that. And then, of course, recommend us to others at Finding the Narrative Podcast on Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, and others.
Yeah.
So, signing off, this is Tony saying, let's tell a story and spend a story point.
And this is Stefan saying, ask for those boost dice, or just impose some setback dice if you want to.
Nice. And this is Chris saying, remember the rule of cool. Always walk through the door that's open. And salvage when you can, and just have fun doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow night when we're playing Starfighter.
All right, till then.
All right. Later, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast, is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or appear on our website are the property and copyright of their respected owners. All items are used under fair use and educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved.